Welcome back, everybody, to episode 7 of Scryervision, featuring the world's greatest dungeon. I'm Ryan Johnson, your dungeon master, and with me, as always, we have...
Hey, I'm Melissa. I'll be playing Wendela Jamjar, Halfling Knowledge Domain Cleric.
I'm Dev. I play Subject 13, who is an Echo Knight half-orc, and I bought this mug that has Moira on it. And if you have not watched Schitt's Creek, you should.
Hello all, I'm Jay. I am playing Moto the Renegade, our lizard folk monster slaying ranger.
And I'm Jeff. I'm playing Dysarius Ironhide, our Beasthide Barbarian Shifter.
Hi, my name is Dempsey. I'm going to be playing Wenry Cogwell, a halfling battlesmith artificer.
And as tonight is an elimination episode, we do have a special guest with us, Tyler Lee from Misguided Content on YouTube. Yes, indeed. We'll be playing the show's host, Andoran, in just a few moments. Before we begin, I do want to wish everybody a happy Dungeons & Dragons celebration weekend. I hope everybody is going to be playing some D&D of their own over the next few days. And Rime of the Frost Maiden just came out. One of the people at this table is credited with a special thanks in the book.
It was nothing, really. Just nothing. I had nothing going. It's okay. Thank you.
Well done, Jay. We appreciate the contribution.
What, Jay?
You made.
Jeff,
and
Jay.
It looks like a fantastic adventure, and I can't wait to dive in.
You're giving me much more credit than I deserve. I was lucky, just at the right place at the right time, had the great opportunity, and added some very unique words.
Yeah.
And if anyone from Wizards is watching right now, you can feel free to sponsor us, and we will promote this book for you.
100%. I will go to Antarctica, and we'll do the show from there. We'll promote it that way.
Very small contribution.
Icewind Dale.
You live in Minnesota. Can't you just go 2 miles north?
You don't have penguins.
Yeah.
Wait, does Rime of the Frost Maiden have penguins?
It could.
Oh. I want to ride a penguin.
Are they named Gunther?
Why not?
I want to buy a penguin.
All right. Well, you could do that during your next break. So to review, the team had attended a little soiree at the Gold Team's Manor, or most of the team did. There was one holdout for some very obvious reasons. Everybody had some fun interactions with other teams and other contestants. Wenry won a lot of money and put it to good use.
Immediately spent it and didn't tell any of us.
You just came down with a flash in your ring.
You had a lovely night of sleep at your lake house, had a lovely breakfast the next morning while the new winter wolf pup that is now part of your team was introduced, and everybody loved him. He's fantastic. And the next morning, you kind of had some time to do what you wanted. Most of you did some shopping, did some prep work, and we ended with you being called to the stage for the elimination ceremony. And while that call went out, Melissa, Wendela was in the library researching the primordial cubes. With the help of the librarian, you were able to uncover that that's what they're called, primordial cubes or primordial boxes. They're tied to some time before history started being recorded. They're incredibly rare and powerful artifacts, and the cult of Primus is constantly searching for them so that they can open gateways to the primal planes and let the creatures locked away there into the material plane to wreak havoc and hopefully destabilize the world enough for the god of chaos to be free.
Well, that seems like not a great thing.
Generally considered a bad thing by most of the world's religions, yes. But this is ancient history. The librarian kind of alerted you to the fact that that call went out about 30 seconds after it had happened. You hadn't even realized it because you were so engrossed in all the books and all the information. And the librarian promised to continue researching in your absence for you and would have some more information for you when you got back from the next episode.
Perfect.
All right. So you all gathered together at the stage. We're going to jump right into the elimination here. As you all kind of mill about, you can see the other teams, gold teams over there, the purple teams on the other end. Everyone's looking very tense. Some people are looking very hungover. That was a heck of a party last night, and not everybody can hold their alcohol like Dicerius. The lights go down and begin to dim. A single spotlight shines onto the stage, and smoke begins to billow out of what looks to be solid wood. Purple, green smoke filling the air around it. You all look forward expectantly, hoping for Andarath to step through it, when all of a sudden he comes up the stairs on the side of the stage and starts to use his cloak to brush the smoke out of the way. Tyler, would you please join us?
Yay, Tyler!
Woo!
Fix the bloody smoke.
Welcome, contestants, and all you lovely viewers at home. We have come to yet another elimination in the world's greatest dungeon. But first, a word from our sponsors.
A beat of silence fills the air. Assistants come onto the stage to touch up Andarath's makeup. For a moment, you have some time to discuss and chat amongst yourselves. How's everyone feeling in this moment?
Fine. Ready to watch the gold team get killed.
Pretty hopeful for that situation. That would be ideal.
I hope it's the gold team. Zed's on the other one.
It's political. Gold team had party. They're going to get, because they had party, they greased the right people. They're going to not be eliminated, I bet.
Yeah.
I don't even know how this elimination works.
Well, you see, some people, they get to go through, and some people, they get killed. That's how it works, 13. Did you not watch this the last time we were here?
No, I didn't really pay attention that much.
Oh, okay. Where's your puppy?
With Priscilla.
Bing.
Oh, yeah.
Priscilla appears beside you.
Oh.
With the puppy.
Priscilla.
What's going on?
Nothing. I accidentally said your name.
Well,
I wanted to see the puppy again.
she holds it up to Dicerius.
Hi, Killer Squiggins, or whatever we called you. Forget.
Killer Kibbles.
Killer
Say
Kibbles.
it right,
Killer
or I
Kibbles.
will end you. I hope he's
All right,
behaving.
well, he's in good hands, and he's a handful. Bing, she disappears.
Well, he's adorable.
A bell sounds.
Welcome back. Now, let's see which teams are on the block tonight. Let's see. The gold team. Captained by...
Kill them! Kill them! Kill them!
Your team is literally the only one cheering that.
As I was saying, the gold team, captained by Arthur Kendrick and sponsored by the Shield City Bankers Association. And House Justina's purple team, captained by Sutha of the Asmadi tribe. Though both teams made a valiant effort, only one, as always, may be allowed to advance.
The lights around you dim even further, the spotlight on Andarath going down with it. 5 other spotlights appear on the stage, and a drum roll begins to sound.
And the losing team is...
A long, full pause fills the chamber as silence falls over the assembled crowd.
the purple team!
The purple team members appear in the spotlights, with Kalena in the first spot.
Kalena, my dear.
Andarath kisses her hand.
You made a valiant effort and are to be applauded for your ferocity in the face of that snowy owlbear. We wish you well and hope to see you back here again.
With a soft crack, she vanishes.
As for you four, we honor your bravery and your sacrifice.
Andarath snaps. They vanish in a flash of purple light, leaving only falling dust behind.
Killed more in a six.
And with
Great.
the pleasantries out of the way, all remaining teams, please take your starting positions for this two-part special episode.
Andarath vanishes.
Priscilla didn't mention anything about this.
What does that mean? 2-part special episode.
Priscilla probably doesn't know.
Priscilla!
Yeah, what? This thing's heavy.
2-part episode?
Yeah, that just means that you don't have to rush too much. You'll have a kind of like an overnight thing with it.
Okay,
You hear the voice?
Killer Kibbles quite well.
You hear a voice on the intercom system say, "All teams, please report to your starting positions. The episode will begin in 60 seconds."
Can we vote again on who got eliminated?
No, Desarius, let's go.
Okay.
It's not a voting thing, sweetie. I'm sorry.
Take care of Killer Kibbles.
I will.
Killer Kibbles.
Bye. Killer Kibble is trying to go with and is like struggling.
No, you gotta stay. Stay.
She vanishes with Killer Kibble.
16 on my animal handling to
He
command
calmed
him to
down just
stay.
a little bit before you vanish.
I'm running.
All right, so your team has arrived at your platform. The doors in the stone wall begin to part, revealing the chamber of white light beyond. You can just barely make out that pillar in the center of the chamber. Other teams are stepping through.
Hey, 13.
Yeah.
Guess what I got done to my axe?
Did you bedazzle it?
No, even better. And he turns around and he whips it down the opposite end of the chamber, and it flies out towards the bartender, and it stops right in front of him, and then returns back into his hands.
Oh, what if you miss?
I didn't miss though, because I am that good.
Okay.
The bartender just dropped a glass.
We need to hurry. Let's go through the door. I go through the door.
As your team enters the chamber of light, there's a moment before the stones slowly slide shut once more. You find yourselves alone. It's much quieter now that you can't hear the other teams, until the disembodied voice says, "Episode begins in 10 seconds. 9.
Thank you,
purple
10.
drinks.
8.
Are we supposed to drink drinks?
Drink.
That's when you come back.
Oh.
So there is a moment when the lights begin to dim around 3 seconds, 2, 1, and then you find yourselves in a stone chamber. There's a large, what looks to be a ship's wheel in the middle of the room. Below the wheel, it looks like the floor has segments, almost like maybe this is some sort of aperture that opens up with stairs leading down. The ceiling here is pretty low. In fact, Isarius, you're kind of having to slouch down a little bit to avoid hitting it. 13, the planks of wood sticking out of your backpack are kind of scraping on it a little bit.
I try to tap it down a little bit.
It doesn't do much good.
Do we see an exit?
There are no visible doors in this chamber, just the giant ship's wheel.
I go up and take a look at the ship's wheel.
It is made of wood. It is about 4 feet from one side to the other, with spokes running between the different points. And it appears to be attached to some sort of large screw that goes into the floor.
Are any other markings anywhere?
Give me an investigation test. Let's see if Wendela can sleuth out any other markings in the chamber.
Well, not advantage, just normal. There we go.
We do.
That is a 12. 12.
Okay, 12. You kind of do a thorough search of the perimeter of the room. You look at the wheel, and yeah, there's nothing. It's actually kind of weird that there are no markings whatsoever in this chamber.
Does it look like it is bolted to the floor, or is that the screw thing has gone into the floor?
The screw disappears into the stonework.
I don't think we have any other choice. I think we have to start moving this wheel. I grab one, whatever handle there is.
Rung,
and I start trying to push it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletics test.
18.
18. It takes a second, but it finally starts to give. And after that moment of kind of jerking into motion, the wheel just takes off. It goes about a foot down on the screw. You hear this sort of soft rumbling as from each side of this four-sided chamber, a bit of the stonework actually collapses outward, and these metal pipes are exposed. Water begins to trickle out of it. Not at an alarming rate, but there doesn't appear to be any exits.
What happens if you turn it the other way?
I start trying to turn it the other way.
It's resisting. Go ahead and give me another athletics test.
Uh-oh.
Assist.
11. If I'm assisted, then it's a 22.
Okay, so you
Helped.
kind of lay into it. It's not budging. Moto, you get in there and start to try to help from the other side, and you actually break off the rungs that you're holding on to. The wheel will not turn back the other way. You have about an inch of water now covering the floor.
How big are these tubes, these pipes?
They're each about a foot wide.
Oh, much too big to swim up those. There's no exits.
Look around. Is there any the walls? Is there any unusual discolorations or anything like that?
So you're looking around. You're searching for maybe like a secret door or something.
Yeah.
And go ahead and give me an investigation test. Let's see if you can find anything. And then I would like everybody's passive perception as well.
12.
16 for my perception, and my passive is 16.
My passive's 18.
8. All right.
How do you calculate passive wisdom?
Passive perception is 10 plus your perception modifier.
10 plus your wisdom modifier or your perception modifier? Perception.
Yeah.
17.
17, so Wendell is still ahead. Henry?
15 for me, but also I want to use my wand of detect magic.
Okay, so you pull the wand that you got from the jail out. What does it look like when you use that wand?
I think he's using it sort of like the Lumos spell. So he the tip of it lights, and the glow of it sort of highlights magical items for him.
Okay. So we'll come back to that in a second. Moto, you are searching around the room, maybe less frantically than others, because you're amphibious, and you're not finding any doors. There's no discoloration. You're looking on the floor, though, and you do see there are 4 tiles on the floor that are a slightly different color. And Wendell, about the same time Moto sees this, you spot that water is kind of covering those tiles, and there's this faint blue glow starting to appear on them. Wenry, the wand of detect magic, kind of waving it around, and you're definitely detecting some divination magic from those 4 tiles. And in a moment, you all kind of recognize at the same time that something is going on here with those tiles.
Can I grab one of them and take it out?
They are about 2 feet wide each in every dimension, and they are seamless to the floor almost. You can't pull them out. But looking at one of them, you see a glowing image of a fish appear on it. When you look at another one, a glowing image of a crab appears on it. Wendell, the one in front of you is a bird.
Smack it.
Isn't the
fourth one?
Doesn't budge.
Yeah.
What's the 4th one?
The 4th one, as you quickly look over there, is a whale.
Whalefish, bird, crown.
Crab.
Crab.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought you said crang. I was very confused what the heck
thought you said
crang
crown.
was.
Bird's not amphibious in water. Something with that one.
Yeah, the bird is the one that's
Different.
I go up to it and put my hand on it.
No effect. There's now about 3 inches of water in the room.
Bird.
Nothing.
Hey, what are we all looking at?
There's a bird.
What
bird?
Plug the holes of water if you can.
Okay. He
Well, we
goes over
might-
and puts his hands over the things.
We might need more water.
It's just seeping through your hands.
Now what?
Look at the ceiling.
He looks at the ceiling.
There is nothing on the ceiling. It's smooth stone at about 7 feet.
There's not a pattern other than the bird doesn't fit.
Is there a way to move the dial again to open up the water?
You attempted already to move it back to try to stop the flow of the water, but unfortunately you broke part of the wheel when that happened. You could attempt to move it down, but that might open the floodgates more.
I think that's.
But what
we
if
need
that's
to
what we
do.
need to do?
Yes. Sticking the one end and kind of rotating it like this to speed it up. Desarius, move
Is
your
it-
hands.
Okay.
I'll
Is
help.
the wheel horizontal or is the wheel vertical?
Horizontal. It's
So the wheel
planar
goes
with the
this.
floor.
Okay.
I'll help open it up more. See if you get any more clues.
Okay, so go ahead and give me an athletics test for anybody who is assisting on this too.
And I know it's probably too big, but just mending so it's not quite as broken.
It's actually just the little handles they held on to broke off. It's an easy fix for mending.
Okay, cool. So
Just
yeah,
takes
do
a
that.
minute.
Mono, being the amphibious individual that he had, rolled a natural 20 in his athletics for a 25.
Okay. So with all of you working together, you strain and suddenly it gives and goes down another foot. And yeah, more water is now coming in. It's filling the room faster, and you're at about 6 inches of water.
Can it still keep going?
Yep. Those images are brighter now, though. You can see them from under the surface.
Hey, there's pictures on those stones.
Yeah, there are.
Wow. What those mean?
Do you think that we should try and fill it up more?
Yep. Keep going.
Wendell, stick with me. I have this, and he holds up the amulet of the fishwife.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you all get on the sides of the wheel again, and you start pushing. And sure enough, you strain. You actually are starting to hurt a little bit. This is a very heavy wheel. But the second it gets just a little budge, it ratchets down another foot, and that water is now shooting out of the pipes. You're at about a foot and rising of water.
It's at my waist now, guys.
Do we see anything else? Anything else glow?
Nothing else changes.
Oh God.
Oh, maybe this is an underwater one.
What if we might have to let it fill all the way up?
Can I do an Arcana check to see if I can sort out maybe that way? 'Cause
Sure.
I'm personally running a blank, but I'm sure Wendell would be just totally all over
Give
this.
me a wisdom test. Just a straight wisdom test.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was Arcana. Wisdom
Wendell is good
would
at
be... I am. Okay. 22.
A 22?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's really good. 22, there's something bugging you about these 4 images. There's something in the back of your head that you should remember. There's like a story or something that involves these particular characters, and water's now up to 2 feet. It's just not coming to you. And as you're kind of looking, you accidentally step on one of them, and the entire tile lights up.
Which one did I step on?
You stepped on the fish, and it lights up green.
Okay. If I get off of it, does it...
It dims, yes.
It dims. But if I step on it again, it turns on again?
Goes back to being green.
Somebody else step on another one.
I step on the whale.
It goes green.
Wenru, step on the crab.
It also turns green.
I'll step on the fish.
Yeah.
We already have Wendell on the fish.
Yeah, I'm on the fish. Just on the bird.
To be on the bird.
The bird. I'll step on the bird.
13 steps on the bird. And for a moment, they're all lit up green. And then you hear, and they all turn red. And the water begins to shoot out faster.
Oh, no.
Oh, great.
Like
Bird, fish, crab, whale. Is there a song? Bird, fish, crab, whale. If you know this, you'll never fail.
Anybody who grew up in the Magisterium can give me a history test.
Okay.
I grew up in a lab.
Does that count?
It does not. No.
There's only two of us.
The master didn't really read us bedtime stories.
22 again.
Moto can
Critical failure.
Yeah,
Winter is too big of a nerd.
Wenry was a prodigy and he didn't need bedtime stories.
I pick up Wenry.
Also, Wenry is a halfling, so he should re-roll.
Oh, yeah.
Also, you can't pick up Wenry and put it on your shoulder because the ceiling's too low.
The ceiling.
Moto can absolutely make a history test. You do technically grow up in Magisterium.
Wenry is shorter than Wendella, and he puts the gem of the amulet of the fishwife in his mouth.
Okay. And you are able to kind of breathe as the water is now lapping against your face at about 2.5 feet deep.
Mm-hmm.
You could climb on top of Bastion.
I am 2.5 feet tall, let me tell you.
Okay, so it is now, you're kind of swimming, you're treading water.
Yeah.
You could climb on top of Bastion.
You swim?
Me?
Does Wenry swim?
Oh, Wenry can swim.
Okay, good.
Bastion can't. He just sinks and walks.
Yeah, I mean, it works.
Wendell's got 4 more inches, and then she might have to ride someone like a backpack.
And what was Wendell's history test?
22.
And what was Wenry's?
17 with that. 17 with the lucky.
Okay, and Moto?
17.
Okay, so Moto, you are also trying to piece it together in your head. You know that there was a fable or something that was told around the campfires in the tribe, that something about a fish that went on a quest, and suddenly for Wendella, it breaks. Oh my gosh, how could I not have thought of this? You think to yourself. There is a children's story called The Legend of the Salmon Knight, about a fish who wants to become a knight. These are different characters from that story, and if you need to press them in the order that they appeared in the story, it goes fish, whale, bird, crab. So you were so close to getting it right accidentally.
Okay, I would be like, okay, guys, fish, whale, bird, crab. I'll go first on the fish.
And then whale.
Wendella,
And then-
how tall is Wendella?
210.
You are now floating.
I can't, and I'll be like,
You're
I can't
not
reach.
able to touch the tile. You have to
Moto.
put yourself under the
Moto.
water with your breath.
Moto touches it.
Well, you have to stand on it, it appears.
All right, Moto stands on it.
Okay, so you're standing on the fish,
Yes.
and who's going for the whale?
Thyssarius.
Who's going for the bird?
13 on bird.
And then the crab.
It's a best.
Yeah, Wenry walks
Bastion.
Bastion over to the crab.
All right, Bastion stands on it. It turns green. You hear da-da-da-da,
I hate this.
and then you feel something shift underneath you. That aperture that was around the wheel begins to open, and all the water gets sucked in, you along with it, as you are pulled down a giant tubed water slide. I would like-
Wenry thorn whips Bastion to himself.
Okay.
13, put your hands up.
No. I just have my
I
arms
need-
crossed as I'm just like sliding down.
You're doing the speed slide. I need everybody to go ahead and give me a perception test.
2 natural 20s. Even though I'm not at advantage, but I always have it rolling twice. But I got
Double
natural
20s?
22.
Oh, man.
18 for
That's really
Thyssarius.
good.
13 for Moto.
Okay. And
24.
24. And I think that just leaves. Wenry, did you have yours?
15.
Okay, excellent. So then I need all of you just to roll me a straight d20. Let's see what happens here.
1.
16. Who's gonna beat me?
So So we have a 1, a 16. When we got a 12.
Yep.
Moto and Wendela, just a straight D20.
Ooh.
Is that one that I can halfling roll or no?
Sadly not. Okay, cool. So as you slide down, there's suddenly this bright flash of light, and the next thing you know, you're all laying on the floor of another stone chamber, this one round instead of square, with a much higher ceiling. Again, you don't see any doors, but there are 5 sarcophagi around the room.
Oh, great.
5 sarcophagi. 2 halfling-sized, 1 Goliath-sized. The floor is a little bit wet, as if the water has started to recede. You're not sure where you came into this room, and you can't remember exiting the slide, but you seem safe. In the middle of the room, there's a small wooden box with a flip lid.
Is there a half-orc-sized sarcophagus here too?
Yeah, and a lizard folk-sized one too. It's even got room for
There's
tails.
not one bastion-sized.
There is not one for Bastion, no.
When you go open the box.
Oh no.
Wait. Should check inside sarcophagi, or at least have open. Box might be time bomb, and we might need to jump into sarcophagi.
Oh, then we'll jump into sarcophagi.
If it's
Wenry, you might-
closed, you can't jump in.
Well, go get in it then.
I'm going to open my sarcophagi.
Wenry, you
You
might
go over
want
there?
to cast detect magic from your wand again.
When we cast detect magic again.
Technically, it lasts for 10 minutes, so if it hasn't been 10 minutes, then it's still active.
It has been 10 minutes.
It has 3 charges. It's fine.
You've
Ryan, why do you
actually
hate me?
Lost some time. Because there should have been several minutes left on that detect magic, but
Oh,
Moto, you go over to the sarcophagus and you see that your name is actually emblazoned on it. And you try to find some place to open it, but there's no seam.
Stone or wood? I forget.
Stone.
Stone.
Beautiful marble with red veins in it.
When we cast detect magic with his wand of detect magic.
You pull out the wand, you whip it a couple times, the tip begins to glow, and there's definitely some magical things going on in this room. There's divination magic coming from the box, and there's several different levels of abjuration and necromancy coming from each of the sarcophagi.
Okay. Wenry says, so here's the thing. I think that Miss Jamdar, correct me if I'm wrong, please. But there's necromantic and conjuration magic on the abjuration magic, which to me doesn't seem like a good combo for us.
No, I'd say be ready.
So I think we should gather around the box instead and have our weapons ready. I think that'd be a good, smart plan.
if that's what you think is best, we will follow your lead.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody just face their own sarcophagus. And Wenry,
That's an ominous sentence. Face your sarcophagus.
Would you like to kill somebody else, or would you like to kill yourself?
There's plenty of people I would like to kill. I'll do it myself. but-
Wenry, can he pick up the box?
Yeah, box is definitely mobile. It's not anchored to the floor at all.
Okay.
I summon my echo.
He picks up the box and he turns to face his sarcophagus, and then he opens the box.
Inside the box, there is a piece of parchment with the Scryervision logo on it and burned edging. And it looks something like this.
Will you read it for us, Dempsey or Wenry?
Yeah. Were you paying attention? One of your teammates is now a doppelganger. Figure out who it is and write their name on this slip. Then put the slip in this box. If you're right, you'll get your teammate back and the door will open. Guess wrong, and you may never see them again. So one of us is fake.
Must have happened when we went down the tubes. I pull my blade out and I just point it at everybody.
Moto puts his crossbow back. I have secret. I think I know how to fix this.
Okay.
I have new ability, new spell. It might work here, called Truth and Dare. And I cast Zone of Truth.
Ooh.
It lasts for 10 minutes, and after one action, he points to everyone. Are you the doppelganger to 13? Are you doppelganger?
No.
Wendula, are you doppelganger?
No.
Are you and points back at you. You, not our doppelganger.
Who were you pointing at?
He repointed at Wendela. Instead of saying her name, he just said you.
Well, with Zone of Truth, you know who fails and who succeeds.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
And on the wisdom saving throw, and I failed.
You can purposely fail. You can purposely fail, I think. And Wenry purposely fails.
Okay.
Okay. And he points at Desarius. Are you doppelganger?
I don't know.
He's answering honestly.
Well, if he doesn't know, then that's very.
Did Wendela? Did you make your save?
I
Purposely failed.
purposely failed.
Failed?
Yeah.
I am not doppelganger.
Did you fail
Everyone's
a
telling
thing?
the truth.
Do I need to make a wisdom roll?
If you want to attempt to deceive, yes. If you
Okay.
want to purposely fail so you have to tell the truth, then no, you do not.
Okay.
Did you purposely fail?
He honestly doesn't know if he is a doppelganger or not.
Okay.
He is now questioning everything.
Questioning everything.
He turns back over to Desarius. Desarius, are you the real Desarius?
I think so, but I don't know.
Say yes or no.
Yes or no?
No. Say yes or no.
Yes or no?
Say yes. Are
Yes.
you the real Desarius?
Are you the real Darius?
Yes.
Yes.
Truthful.
13. You said, are you a doppelganger?
No, I'm not.
So, no one here doppelganger? We write name in? Your Echo. Is Echo doppelganger?
I dismiss my echo.
It vanishes.
Sebastian. Wenry, you're Sebastian. Is he doppelganger?
Bastion's a robot. He's not even alive.
Well, maybe it's Priscilla.
No.
Is Priscilla a doppelganger?
She doesn't appear.
Well, I did my part. You guys
Has she
figure out
ever
what to
appeared
put
in a?
Nope.
I was gonna say.
She only appears in the rest stop.
Yeah. Maybe it's Priscilla. Oh man, maybe it's Killer Kibbles.
Killer Kibbles is not here.
Wenry goes around and he's going to ask people questions.
Okay.
You still
He
got
goes
minutes.
he goes to Dysarius first, and he says, Dysarius,
What?
what color were the leaves at Ophelia Tremaris' house that you ate?
You can't ask that serious questions that involve using his
They
intelligence.
tasted really, really good. Remember, you had never had them before.
Can I
They
roll
was
an Arcana-
gold. They was
Gold.
gold.
Can I roll an Arcana check to see if I know anything about doppelgangers?
Sure.
Oh, that's I failed. That was a natural one.
You've never heard of doppelgangers before.
What is a doppelganger?
I don't know what a doppelganger is, but maybe it's me.
It's a doppelganger.
I'm fairly certain it's not you, Dysarius.
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't know.
Do you want to find out?
Yeah, let's find out.
I'm gonna investigate the sarcophaguses.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at mine.
Sarcophagus has a player's name.
And they're
emblazoned on it. No, they're seamless. There's no lid to them at all. But each of them is perfectly sized for each of you and has that particular player character's name on it.
Wendella, what's a doppelganger?
It's a copy.
It's a copy. Got it.
Trying to find something that might be helpful, but I don't know.
So Wendell is pulling out her books from her wagon, trying to search.
Let's see. Because I got... Where's my things? I have them all written down.
Who knows? Have I hunted a doppelganger before?
I don't believe you have.
Is it a monstrous?
A doppelganger is not a monstrosity.
Monstrosity. It's on my list, though.
Well, you might get to get one here.
Do doppelgangers bleed differently or bleed same?
Give me a nature test.
Nature test?
Yep.
I am going to use a white pip to roll advantage on this.
Sounds good to me. Go ahead and put that on the table. I'll collect it.
Is Pip short for poker chip?
Yes.
Actually works out well. I'll take that. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay, 14.
14.
14? You think you remember that when they're in their native form, they have black blood, but when they take the appearance of a particular creature, they copy that creature down to the cellular level, so they would have the same blood as whatever the creature was. Wendell, go ahead and give me either an Arcana or Nature test.
I'm going to go with Arcana on that.
Okay.
I'm going to start trying to open my sarcophagus.
18.
Okay, so an 18, 13, you're trying to find some place to wedge your sword in to try to lever any sort of lid open, and it's just smooth, seamless stone. There's no place for you to try to wedge open. Wendell, something about that lapse in time that you all don't remember landing down here, you realize the person who's a doppelganger might not even know they're a doppelganger.
Moto is going to pick 3 people. It's going to be Dicerius, 13, and Wenry, and Hunter Sense each of them, to find out if they have any immunities, damage resistances, vulnerabilities, or things of that nature, and test to see if they are who they say they are. So if it's Dicerius, I've learned, his relatively stuff.
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, you start with Dicerius, and as you kind of flip through the Rolodex of information, you're getting back through your arcane...
I'm sniffing him. It's kind of that sniffing the air and kind of...
Okay. There's something different about Dicerius. He's immune to being charmed. Regular Dicerius wasn't immune to being charmed.
Dicerius would like to use his arcane insight to see if to test and see if something is magical. So he wants to do it to each of his teammates. Yeah. So that's just a wisdom insight test.
Yes. So who do you want to start with?
Going to start with Moto.
Okay. So Moto is currently in your face, kind of sniffing you rather aggressively.
Which is why I'm starting there.
Okay.
Total of 9.
Nope, nothing magical about Moto.
Okay. Wendella, 15.
While she has magical items on her that you're able to kind of sense, that she of herself, while possessing magical abilities, is not enchanted in any way.
Then I'm going to do Wenry, 10.
Yeah, same as Wendella.
13. Oh, natural 1 for an 8.
He seems suspiciously devoid of magic, actually. He's usually got some sort of kind of presence because of the echo ability that he has, but you're not sensing it at all.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Moto, I think it's 13. He doesn't seem right.
I have a question for you. Magic. You're good at you defend magic good, right?
No.
Did you get new magic weapon?
Yeah.
Did you get new magic charm?
Yeah.
What charm did you get?
I got this token of Featherfall bracelet, and then I got this water breathing charm. Then my axe can I can throw it and it comes back to me now.
That's very cool.
I know. I'm very excited to try it.
And I step back away from Dicerius. I pull out my crossbow and I point at him. He cannot be charmed. Why can you not be charmed? Can doppelgangers be charmed?
Me?
Wendela, your research says no, they cannot be charmed.
Yeah, no.
Hey, wait a minute. How come 13 is showing up without he's not showing up echo powery?
Hold that thought. And I actually go to 13 and I do the same. I sniff him.
Okay. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay. I sniff Wenry.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
All right. So it either leaves Wendela or Dicerius. Dicerius, you are doppelganger.
I'm not a doppelganger. You're the doppelganger. Mom's a doppelganger. Hey,
Now.
Isarius gets a brilliant for him idea. He's gonna do his arcane insight on himself. Can he do that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Natural 20.
You kind of like look over your hands and the skin like ripples to this gray flesh and then back to your regular gray flesh.
Oh no, it's me! Oh no, it's me! Oh.
Wenry, write his name.
Wenry immediately scribbles down the name Dicerius and then shoves the paper back in the box.
Okay. The box disappears with a soft popping sound, and Dicerius becomes a full-formed doppelganger as he's raising his hands up and then poofs out of existence.
Oh, as he's poofing, I'm gonna slice at him.
You cut air. All of the sarcophagi lids melt, literally liquefy from stone into water. Dicerius is currently resting kind of in a corpse state.
I'm gonna go up to him.
His tomb, and he wakes up the second the thing melts off. And for you, Dicerius, it's like no time has passed from when you realized you were a doppelganger and waking up inside the tomb.
Did you have a nice nap?
It was me! It was me!
Do you feel well rested?
How did I get in this box?
Magic.
Oh yeah, magic. That's a good point.
Okay, everyone, where's the door?
As Dicerius steps out of his sarcophagus and rejoins the team, the wall behind where he was resting also melts away. Beyond it appears at first to be a black void. And then you realize that on the very far end of that void, maybe 200 feet across, there's a white doorway, probably the door that leads into the episode. And you strain your eyes for a moment and realize, oh no, there is a 6-inch wide beam that leads all the way to it through this black void.
Beam on the ground? Or like beam of light?
A wooden beam, and it is suspended over what looks to be an infinite pit.
Oh,
Question.
that's fun.
Question.
Yes.
How long is the beam?
It appears to be about 200 feet.
Oh.
Is it like
Jesus.
lying? Is it like lying on ends, or is it just hovering over nothing?
Hovering over nothing.
Right.
Starts at the sarcophagus, goes all the way to the white door.
Oh, gee. Okay.
Starts at the sarcophagus,
Yep.
and we have to walk this beam all the way across. Oh, okay, let's go. I start walking.
Okay. So carefully
I'm going to
balance
summon my echo, by the way, to like walk ahead of me just in case I fall, then I can whoop.
You're gonna Yoshi it. You
Yeah.
sacrifice Yoshi so that you can get onto the beam. Yeah. I got you. So 13 begins to walk. Anybody following?
Wenry will have Bastion go ahead of him, and he takes out a little notebook and he's like watching Bastion more than he's watching his feet, because he's small. He's a small guy. 6 inches wide is like enough for him to walk on. I think I would say. And so he's like watching Bastion because he wants to monitor Bastion's like more fine motor skills, and his like dexterity.
Okay.
I look back. You know, all of you can tie rope around yourselves and this beam just in case, right?
So I don't actually have a rope.
Okay, I walk back. I hand Wendella some rope. It's 50
Actually,
feet.
You can't. Because
You can't?
now you can't because now Wenry and Bastion are in your way. There's no way to come in.
Dysarius will tie a rope around Wendella, then around himself, and then in a loop around the beam so that it slides
Okay.
as they go.
Okay.
This should be
So-
okay.
And then Moto, you're taking up the rear?
I will be taking up the rear, but I'm waiting for them to get further down as much
Okay.
as possible. And I'm holding my action to cast a spell, a first level spell of Zephyr Strike. So if I need to move quickly, I can.
Okay.
I'm holding that action.
So you continue on your way. I need all of you to make a dexterity athletics test. So instead of it being a strength-based athletics test, this is a dex-based athletics test.
So okay.
So if you are proficient with athletics, you will get your proficiency bonus on it. And the beam does not seem to be sagging under any sort of weight, so Bastion is not causing it to break or anything. So we're going to start here. Moto, you're not out on it yet, right? Or you're waiting until they're a little further out and then you're going to go on.
So
Okay. So what was yours? What was Moto's test?
it would have been it would have been a 16.
16? Okay. 13.
I got a 17.
Good. Dysarius.
17.
Wendella.
8.
And Wenry.
10. Do you want me to roll for Bastion as well?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll he has proficiency in that. Okay. We have the same roll. Oh, you rolled better than me. 21.
Okay. So, Wendella, you misstep
Yeah.
and begin to fall sideways. The rope swings out, and Dysarius, you realize that she's falling. You kind of brace yourself, and sure enough, you're able to kind of hold on to her and keep her from falling down into the abyss. You haul her back up onto the beam.
Not a fan of this at all.
At this
What
point,
happens
you've
if you
walked-
get down and crawl along?
That would probably be a good choice.
Okay. We'll make another one of those rolls for everybody. As you continue along, you're about 50 feet along the path so far.
It's a little better.
So, Moto, how'd we do?
Moto got a 13.
Okay. 13, how'd you do?
What were we doing? The athletics again?
Yep. Dex-based athletics.
12. Oh, dex-based athletics.
Yes.
Okay. So then that is an 7.
7? Not as good. Okay. Dysarius.
13.
Okay. Wendella.
19.
You crawling?
Nailed it that time.
Wenry.
I got a 12. Bastion got a 7.
Okay. 13. You're getting kind of confident. You're walking along, maybe going a little faster than you should, and suddenly your foot missteps and you tip sideways. I need you to make a dexterity or strength save, your preference.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Just, it's a save, not a test.
Oh, save.
So,
Well, my
dexterity
save is even
plus-
better for strength. 2 natural 20s.
You, was that strength or dex?
Strength save.
So you fall, but you grab on one hand into the beam and just one arm yourself back up onto it. You barely broke a sweat. Bastion missteps.
Meant to do that.
He tilts forward and begins to fall.
I
does get a save.
Can I thorn whip?
Yes, I'll give him advantage on. I'll tell you what. You make a dex save.
Okay.
For Wenry instead of Bastion.
Okay. 15.
Good enough. You grapple onto him. He is now attached to you, and you pull back, and he comes back up and does land on the beam. But it was nearly a miss.
Oh boy.
Okay. You're about halfway. Next.
Man, only halfway.
Yeah.
Long.
Narrow beam, and you're all starting to get a little fatigued in your legs. So go ahead and make the dexterity-based athletics test.
Is it still straight even though I'm crawling and not walking?
I'll give you advantage, actually.
Okay.
Moto, what'd you get?
22, excuse me.
You are perfectly fine. Your tail's helping with your balance a lot. 13.
So if I'm proficient in athletics,
you get your proficiency bonus plus your dex bonus.
Okay, so I was confused about that. 14.
14, very good. Dicerius.
8.
Okay, Wendela.
10.
Okay, Wenry.
I got a 16 and Bastion has a 13.
Okay. So 10 was the DC. Dicerius, you're kind of watching Wendela, trying to make sure she doesn't fall. And in that moment of lapsed attention, you yourself misstep and begin to pitch to the left off the beam. Go ahead and give me either a dexterity or strength-based saving throw to see which one, see if you can grab onto the beam and not fall.
18.
18. Yeah, you actually like grapple onto it, use the momentum to swing back around. Wendela,
Back up.
yeah, you're back up kind of in a crouch.
Am I behind him or in front of him?
You're in front of him at this point now because you were kind of, he pulled you back up in front of him instead of behind. But that rope is now kind of wrapped around the beam. So you'll have to take a moment to untie it if you want to reattach the safety line.
Could I not just maneuver myself down and go around again and back up?
I suppose you could. If you want to, you kind of...
Because if it's a controlled, he could probably do it.
Yeah.
I feel like Wendela is like hugging the beam right now and like legs wrapped around it too.
So he'll duck down and get undone, and then he'll continue to crawl the rest of the way on his hands and knees like Wendela's doing. Okay.
A little tougher for Dicerius to do the hands and knees thing because he's so large, but you're kind of hugging the beam and moving along. Thankfully, you're not getting any splinters. This is very nicely sanded wood. You're in the home stretch now. 13, you can see the door ahead of you.
How many feet away is it?
About 50 feet.
I'm going to walk 20, and then I'm going to have my echo go the rest of the way. I'm going to just switch places.
That's fine. And I need everybody to make one last test on this room.
Okay.
Do I get advantage for being on my hands and knees?
Yes, you do.
24.
24 for 13.
So, with the halfling thing, do I get to reroll ones on the advantage roll too? Like, so do I get to roll a third dice?
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding the question.
So I rolled a 3 and a 1. Do I get to reroll the 1?
Unfortunately, no, it's the result. So it is the 3, unfortunately.
Oh, goody.
Oh, no.
Moto, how'd you do?
21.
Good. And Dicerius?
15.
Good. Wenry?
23 for me and 10 for Bastion.
Okay. In that case, Wendela, You're just about there. You see 13 ahead of you.
Hey.
And you kind of reach forward and then just fall to the side again.
Oh man, this
you
is not
have
my
the safety
day.
line. You can rely on that if you want, or you can try to save yourself. Which do you want to do?
Probably rely on the line.
Okay.
I'm guessing it
You kind of just swing down. Dicerius, you're able to brace yourself and just hug the beam, and then quickly one-armed pull her back up onto the beam. And the two of you get across. Bastion, unfortunately, has another misstep. Go ahead and give me a dexterity save to try
Oh
to...
boy. Okay. Great.
Before you roll, is Sebastian in the back?
Bastion was in front of me, between me and 13.
Okay.
Yeah. So technically, the I suppose this should have happened before Wendela, but
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to figure out who's close.
Ah! Oh, lucky.
Oh no.
yep, lucky.
23.
He rolled a natural one at first, by the way.
23.
Since y'all can't see, it was a natural one.
Okay, so there's a moment where you think the barbed wire isn't going to reach Bastion. You're just having this moment of cold sweat just breaking out across your body, and then it extends further than you thought it would. It just wraps around one of his arms, and you're able to haul him back up. You're kind of just about hyperventilating, but you control yourself, and you're able to make it the rest of the way.
Yeah. Wenry is getting his money's worth out of this Thorn Whip spell. out of this cantrip. He's really using it a lot. It's his main thing.
As one by one you enter the white door, there's a sense of floating for a moment. Nothingness envelops you. And then you start to have sensations again. Cold air. Sound of waves crashing against a shoreline. The feel of fog against your skin. Lights begin to appear around you, torchlight. You hear the creak of wood as you look down, and you are now standing on a pier that has about a 10-foot drop into the water. There are small lanterns on posts evenly spread along the pier. And as you peer out into the fog, you can see some shapes moving around you. You can hear a boat gently knocking against one of the pillars supporting this wooden dock nearby. And you can hear a voice calling out, "No, please, no!" And we're going to switch to the battle map.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
So the area around you is surrounded by swirling fog, but you can see a dark figure on the pier ahead of you. You appear to be on the end of the pier with about a 10-foot drop down into the water. And you can see green vegetation in the water itself. What would you like to do?
Time to kill.
Yeah, Wenry just books it.
Dicerius, it's axe time.
It's axe time! And he pulls his axe out and he throws the axe.
Where?
That's a good question.
At the Wraith, right?
At the Wraith.
Talk first.
All right,
He didn't think terribly much ahead of that. He kind of just threw it.
Okay, so you threw it at the dark figure in the fog ahead?
Yeah.
Okay, this looks great.
My echo should be up too.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity-based ranged attack for Dicerius as he chucks his axe. 2 hands over the head, flips through the air.
Natural 20 for a 25.
That will hit a Wraith. Go ahead and roll damage.
D12 plus 5. For 9 points of damage. That's not that great. Okay.
Oh, you rolled 2d12s because you critted.
Oh, right. And then another 15.
Well, another 10.
Just another time.
Oh, another 10. Gotcha.
So a total of 19. And
my axe comes back.
oh, and your axe is now magical because of the enchantment on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's full damage.
Woo!
You see the axe kind of embed itself in the back of this shadowy form, and then suddenly, with a crack, the axe is back in your hand. And you all watch as the shadowy form lifts off the ground ever so slightly and turns to look at you with blazing yellow eyes, letting out a violent, high-pitched shriek. And roll initiative.
I already rolled. I got a 7.
Thank you for adding that. And
22.
okay. And to Dicerius, what'd you get?
Working on it.
Okay.
6.
6 for the Ironhide. Go. So that's everybody. Let's go ahead and descend it. Wendela, you are first in initiative order as the battle with a Wraith has begun.
Awesome. Okay, I am going to let's see, pull out my book of equations and send out a 2nd level guiding bolt at this dude.
So if I'm reading this right, that's an 18 to hit?
Yes.
Okay, for 20 radiant damage.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Awesome. As you can see, the health bar above the Wraith starts to drop rather rapidly. As the guiding bolt slams into him, there's a showering, sparkling, glittery bomb that kind of goes off. And for a moment, he shimmers, those yellow eyes lost for a moment, and then it kind of dissipates and deadens.
And next attack has advantage.
Okay. Wenry.
Yeah, Winry steps on up to this Wraith. He takes his wheel of chaos, and he's gonna attack.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll as you take your mace, the geared top of it starting to spin, bring it down on the Wraith, and
24 to hit.
that'll hit. It is a magical weapon, so that'll be full damage.
Definitely magical. So it takes 4 bludgeoning, 6 elemental. The element is gonna be this number.
I believe it's
1.
lightning.
It's fire, actually.
Fire. Ooh.
And then on top of that, Wenry is gonna branding smite to increase the damage here.
Okay.
For another 2 radiant damage. So it takes 12 damage from Wenry total.
Okay, sounds good. So this blast of elemental fire energy kind of laps against the shadowy form of the creature, and you give it another little oomph with the branding smite. And that didn't seem to hit it quite as much as the radiant bolt did. You think it shrugged off some of that damage, but you're not sure what.
No, great.
The Wraith's turn. The Wraith is going to float out, so you do get an attack of opportunity on it.
Okay, 25 to hit.
Okay. 25 hits. Go ahead and roll damage again.
4 and 4 with element of this. 2. That's lightning damage.
Okay. So again, you blast him. He kind of floats out, flies out over the water, passes through the villager, circles around, and Wenry, he's coming right at you.
Yeah, great.
Passes through you. You feel this cold energy as he just moves through you.
Does it tickle a little?
Wenry, you take 2 points of force damage. The commoner at the end of the pier that you are the only one that can see now, Wenry, keels over dead.
Oh, great.
The Wraith is then going to raise a clawed hand and slash at Wenry.
Henry, no!
Bring it. Roll that dice. Do it. I'm not afraid. That's a miss.
So he completely misses and lets out another ear-piercing shriek in frustration. 13, your turn.
Summon my echo right next to the Wraith, and then I'm going to attack.
Okay. So through the echo, you're using your blade.
Mm-hmm.
So you go ahead and give it a couple attacks.
First attack is a 17.
That'll hit.
For 14 slashing.
And it is magical.
Yes. Second attack is an 18.
Unnecessary, actually.
Second attack against Wenry is an 18.
No. I just realized that I have an extra attack.
Oh.
Yeah, you're a battlesmith.
I get an extra attack. I just
Well, too late now.
I could have killed the Wraith. I could have killed it. I could have killed it. Can we go back?
I got the kill. That's my points. I get the XP, okay?
There is no XP. A shriek of pain, the creature begins to decorporealize, and you kind of see those shadowy bits get flung out over the ocean as it flies far afield from where you currently are.
I'm gonna switch places. And Wenry, are you okay?
Wenry says, I'm fine, and then he runs over to the old man.
That dude is dead?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I hold out my diamonds. Wait, you gave us diamonds, right?
No,
you don't
I
want to
didn't
waste
give you
it, do you?
diamonds.
Oh, okay, I thought you gave us a diamond.
Wenry will search his pockets.
For
anything.
He just died. Whittle, you don't want to resurrect him?
Bits of wire. That's
Whittle, there's a minute.
Where'd that come from?
A minute. I just like stare at Wendell like aghast.
I'm taking some of this wire.
Oh, you're searching the villager's pocket.
Yes, I am.
I thought you were searching your pocket.
No, I'm searching the villager's pocket.
You find
I'm searching the Wraith.
A flask?
Yep, that is it. From up the stairs at the end of the pier, it seems that the pier ends with this giant stone cliff, and you can see more lanterns up on the top of the cliff, and there seems to be these stairs that sort of switch back up the rocky surface. You see somebody calling down to you, "Get up here, quickly before more come!"
If you bring the body with, we can talk to him, but I don't think that I have the resources, or I want to use the resources to bring him all the way back.
Darius picks up the dead body.
Okay.
Let's go.
So as a group, you begin to hike up the switchbacking stairs, and they're not in good shape. These are wooden stairs built into a sort of a stony sea rock, and they probably need a lot of upkeep, and not a lot of upkeep has been given to them. About halfway up, you find an old halfling man with a lantern. He's got a little bit of a hunch to his gait as he sort of hobbles down towards you.
Look, Wenry, it's you from
yellow
the future.
waterproof coat covering his body, and a wide-brimmed hat that anybody who's been around the water would identify as a whaler's hat. Where did you come from? Kate's
Down that way.
I thought. Come on, we need to get you inside before the more come in greater numbers.
Is this a recurring problem?
Yes. Where are you from? Come, we must hurry.
We'll follow, yes.
It's dangerous to be out after dark. You fools. He kind of hobbles up the stairs with you behind him, muttering the entire way.
Wenry.
Yeah?
That's you in the future.
Wenry punches and he actually wants to do damage.
Roll the hit.
17 to hit.
That does not hit.
Not hit. 13.
I block it with my shield.
You have a... Oh yeah, you do have a shield. Yeah, your hand just clangs off his shield.
Pathetic. I mean, I don't say that out loud. I think that.
Finally, your group reaches the top of the switchbacks, and you find yourself standing inside a palisade, or in front of a large palisade of vertical logs. You can't really see anything beyond the seawall side of it, but there's a gate that's shut fast. The man with the lantern holds it up and says, "We've got guests! They brought back Reginald's body."
What time of day is it, good sir?
It's very difficult to tell because of the fog. There's a certain luminosity to things, but you're not sure if it's day or night, but he did mention that it's nighttime.
Can we stay here for the night?
Yeah, of course you can. We're not going to send you out in this. The doors begin to swing open, and you are admitted inside. Beyond the palisade, it's actually less foggy. There's a little bit of it swirls along the ground, but not more than 6 inches in depth. Inside, it's a series of wooden buildings. Lots of little huts, probably single-family homes and hovels and dwellings. But you also see a large central pavilion that is lit up. You can hear music coming from inside. The sounds of people probably drinking, gambling, and having a good time. You also see what looks to be a series of storehouses with fish drying outside of them, though how fish can dry in this weather, you're not entirely sure. And there appears to be a trading post near the door that you just came in. The entire place is circular in nature with watchtowers positioned every so often and 2 guards on each tower. And you can make out over the buildings that there's another gate on the other end of this fort. As the doors close behind you, the old halfling man says, "All right, well, proper introductions and greetings are in order. I am Elder Yorick, and this is the settlement of New Gossamer. Welcome."
How do you spell that?
Gossamer, as in the material.
Hi, I'm Dysarius.
Dysarius. Pleasure to meet you, son.
Wenry Cogwell, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, young lad. You look very familiar. Have we met before?
I'm not sure. Do you know the family of Cogwell?
No, should I?
Have you been watching anything on Scryervision?
What's a Scryervision?
Okay, maybe we stop talking now. No, then perhaps not.
Does he remind you of a younger version of yourself?
No, I can't.
Dysarius laughs really hard. Dysarius laughs really hard out loud.
Wenry wants to shocking grasp. Wenry is gonna shocking grasp.
Okay,
13.
Make that attack roll.
I will, and you're wearing metal armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have advantage. 24.
That hits.
11 lightning damage.
So you suddenly feel this zapping energy from about your mid-back all throughout your body, 13. There's a little bit of smoke kind of curling off his head.
Dysarius laughs even harder.
No.
That's a good one, Wenry.
Right, well,
Behave.
please, come. We'll put you up in the main hall. We can find some bedding or something for you. And you can warm yourselves by the hearth. And we have ale and food to share for weary travelers. Where do you hail from?
Wenry looks at 13.
That's not important. What's important is we are here to take care of your problem.
Oh, I have a question.
Here to take care of the problem. Yes.
Yes.
Did another group of about 5 people come tonight?
I have not seen anybody. Captain Kate was the last one in.
Okay. Well, if another group comes, don't let them in. They've been following us.
I'm afraid laws of hospitality are very clear. We'd have to let them in, but we will protect you.
Okay.
Take their weapons from them.
Should I also take your weapons from you?
No, please.
Laws of hospitality apply to all people within inside the hospitality zone.
That is correct.
If we don't get the law of hospitality, then they get the law of hospitality. That's what
right.
I learned.
What is your problem? What you said there are more wraiths?
Oh shit. Oh, you're serious? Yes, there are a great deal many more, and they continue to come and plague us ever since this besotted fog settled in. Wraiths usually are only a problem at night, and usually only a problem near where they dwell. But because of the dark fog that hasn't lifted for 2 weeks now, they've already made their way all the way down here, as if we didn't have enough problems with the forest.
Where do they dwell?
You are not local, are you?
No, far from it.
Where are you from? Your accents are so strange.
Magisterium.
Never heard of it.
Well,
That's
we
very
came
late.
here via a request to assist you with your problem.
Well, then glory to the Magisterium for coming to help.
We only ask for one thing in return.
What's that?
A key.
All right, I'll get you a key.
Thank you.
Anything in particular?
A key that has significance.
All right. I probably can find something of that nature. Oh, look. Yes. So you're going to take care of the Wraith issue and the Fog issue then?
Yeah. Well,
for the price of a key.
Yes.
And anything else you want to bestow upon us.
Right. Your Magisterium is a strange place.
Well, just say that we are doing this of our own volition on the behalf of the Magisterium.
All right. Well, as I said, glory to the Magisterium then.
What were you going to give us originally if we decided to get rid of this stuff?
Well, we haven't exactly planned anything. We sent messengers off to Phanik City, but that was a week ago, and it'll take another at least week by boat. I wouldn't count on them returning by land. So, this part of the island is a little bit wild.
An island?
So tell me again, where do these wraiths come from? Where do they dwell?
Oh, that'd be the ruins of Old Gossamer, the castle. It's about 20 miles to the north along the coast. It's, we used to dwell there before the Wraiths. We moved here to get away from them.
Was there an event that caused them to appear?
You could say that.
It's very important that we know.
All right. Well, can we please go inside? It's cold out here, and I would like mead. Would you like some mead, young man?
Do you have milk?
I'm pretty sure we've got a goat or two, yes.
I'll take goat's milk.
All right. Everybody else drinks mead. He marches you all towards the large central pavilion. Arriving inside, there are no doors, but it does look like there's heavy canvas curtains that can be drawn to kind of keep out the damp. But even with those wide open, it is dry and warm and so much nicer than it is outside when you walk inside. Inside, there's about 20 villagers at long tables, drinking, gambling, gaming, singing songs with one another. There's no bar, but there are a number of kegs on the far end of the chamber, and in the middle of everything is a large open pit fire that is about 6 feet wide.
Are those kegs just open barrels sitting there like Klingon blood wine, or you just take your thing and just dip it in? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I get some drinks, and then
York motions for you all to sit at a table.
I think we're all still wet, so we should probably sit close to the fire to dry off.
By the fire. Yeah. He also takes off his raincoat. He's actually wearing what looks to be a fairly nice nobleman's suit underneath, and kind of shakes out the coat, hangs it by the door, goes over to the fire, warms up. Grab me one too, would you, sir?
Okay.
Well, strangers from afar, please be welcomed by our fires. We welcome you as honored guests of the community. Now, to business. About 2 years ago, the lord of our castle, the Lord Gossamer, took up arms against King Phanik and his family. A gift was presented to the Lord, as at least that's what the rumors are. No one who saw it happen lived to tell the tale longer than a day. A crown made of gold that shined like nothing anyone had ever seen. He put it on his head, and within a week he was dead. Unfortunately, he did not stay that way. His body rotted away, but his spirit remained a powerful wraith. And he began to slaughter all the court, creating more wraiths. Our city had 2,000 people in it. We 200 are all that remain. We've had a few new people come and join us since then, but unfortunately the wealth of our people, we had a process for making silk that, let's just say it was a state secret, but that also died with our lord and would-be king. Now Gossamer Castle and the city around it sits a ruin, haunted not by wraiths alone, but by other nasty creatures and dread spirits. I lost my entire family that night as we fled, piling into boats. He grabs the mead from 13 and just downs the whole thing, slams it on the table.
Very unfortunate.
Thank you.
And I'm so sorry that happened to you. It sounds as though the curse that was beset upon your lord was one that was meant to spread throughout his land.
Now, I would never say that King Fanic had anything out against anybody. I don't think he would stoop this low to give a cursed crown as a weapon. But somebody did. It ended the problem well and good.
So, we can't just go and kill the Lord. Once one wraith creates another wraith, then that other wraith just creates more. It's not as though there's like one particular source.
Like I said, there are many of them. They're making their way this way.
Wait, does that mean that we should get rid of Reginald's body?
Well, why? And as you kind of... What did you do with Reginald's body?
Is he still there? Serious is still here holding him.
The body is still there, but now there's this black wisp rising above it. And you see two yellow eyes pop open. It's not very large, but there's a tiny wraith floating just above Dysarius' shoulder.
Wenry is gonna try and hit it.
Would somebody like this body?
Yeah.
Are you gonna whack-a-mole it with your wheel?
I am. Can I whack-a-mole it?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. For a 21.
That'll hit.
Yeah. With 8 plus 6, 14.
Okay. Because this thing was so small, it pops. And Dysarius, you just see Wenry coming at you with a mace.
It's fire damage, by the way.
So yeah, the fire kind of explodes next to Dysarius' head, and the wraith vanishes. There's a moment of silence as everybody kind of turns their attention towards you. I'm sorry, son. Go ahead, set the body down. Reginald, you poor bastard. Snuck out for a drink, most likely. He always liked being down by the water. Well, he kind of pats down Reginald. Oh, he must have dropped his flask. Oh, well.
I have it here. And when he pulls it out and...
Oh, thank you, son. He goes over to a table and grabs a few small glasses, fills them from the flask, and slides one to each of you, lifts it up. To Reginald.
I
Rest in peace.
Give a glance over to Wendella. Blink a little bit. To Reginald, who we definitely could not have resurrected.
Wenry
slams the glass down.
Whenever Elder Yorick has his head back, Wenry pours his alcohol into Dysarius's mug of mead.
Little kicker.
Yeah.
Now
he slams it down too, just to pretend.
Now, defeating each and every wraith creature who is plaguing these lands definitely is not doable at this time.
All right.
But
it's fine. But if you get rid of the fog,
can you tell us about the fog?
It settled in about 2 weeks ago. I don't know where it came from, but it did roll in from the north towards the castle.
North towards the castle. So we have to go to the castle.
My guess is that something's happened there to stir up the pot, as it were. Couldn't say what, I'm afraid.
See,
One of you maybe a competent wizard which would know something about this sort of thing?
No, I am not.
we don't have a wizard, but we have one better.
Yeah, I might know
cleric.
things.
Well, I would be keen to hear your insights.
What should I do? History, Arcana?
Yeah. Arcana or history, actually. Your preference.
They are the exact same.
Okay.
So
you kind of pull out a couple books and start to flip through.
that's a 19.
You pulled out about 5 that weren't useful that are now sitting on a stack on the table. The elder is just staring wide-eyed as you continue to pull books out.
Yeah,
19?
they're stacked perfectly in a row. Yes, 19.
So you kind of flip through some stuff, and you're pretty sure that if the cause is at the castle, it probably is tied to the Wraith of the King. And you kind of quickly do a little research on Wraiths, and you find out there's a particular type of Wraith known as a Wraith King. Unfortunately, the old myth of killing the head vampire to cure everybody who has been infected by them doesn't actually work, but it's based on the Wraith King. So if you kill the Wraith King, that will destroy all the Wraiths that were created by him and any race they created.
Ooh. So yeah, so we should do that. Also, maybe the crown is the key.
I mean, I don't know what that means, but I'm good for it. I'll find you a key. Does it like you need a bit of brass or silver or something?
Big and glowy.
Big and glowy. We'll see what we can do. Perhaps Kate has something. Captain Kate, would you join us, please? A woman in sort of buccaneer's garb with a long frilled coat kind of sits down on the opposite end of the table from 13. Aye, and where are these strangers from? Someplace called the Magisterium. They are here to help. And how do you propose to do that?
We're gonna get rid of the fog.
Huh.
And the Wraith King.
Well, that would be a godsend.
Well, yes, just call us the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, we're sent by Wendela's book god.
Book god.
She a book cleric.
Book cleric.
Get rid of the fog. Would be doing me a great service. It's rather hard ferrying goods up and down the shore when you can't see the damn shore. If you'd be needing a ride in the morning, I'd probably have room on my vessel.
We were wondering, well, I think maybe we'd like to go tonight.
You wish to traverse the waters at night? Arrive at a city full of ghosts and wraiths, fight your way through it, get to the throne room.
Wenry, they did say that this was a two-parter.
Yes, but don't you want to be first?
Yes, but we need to proceed wisely. I mean, I did take damage.
You're fine.
But it is also smarter to go after the undead during the day.
And the wraiths aren't active during the daylight hours. Believe me, with the fog, there's not much of a difference, but they aren't being fully destroyed, but they are less potent.
Need rest.
Yes, exactly.
How long till the sun comes up?
Sunset just a couple of hours ago. We'll have at least 10 hours of night this time of year. My boat does not leave until first light. So, unless you care to go with a guide across the forest, which I can assure you is a bad idea.
It's in the forest?
Yes, it's everywhere. Unless you get about 2 miles off of shore, then the fog dissipates.
Forest will be fine.
You're going to go through the forest.
It is my home.
Very well. Mr. Bungie, was it? Gunji? And a halfling, kind of pork-bellied halfling with a big floppy black hat and a big white beard comes over. Yeah, what's going on? They want to go through the forest to the castle.
Tomorrow.
You're serious? My name's Bungie. I am... Well, I suppose I could guide you through. I'm what you might call a lumberjack around other parts. We call ourselves timber fallers. We're waiting for it to catch on.
What's the fastest way there?
Well, I can get you there in maybe a day's walk.
Give me
How fast by ship?
directions and distance is all I need. I will take my crew there, no problem.
All right, well, it's a very thick forest, primeval, in fact. Kate kind of clears her throat. I can get you there in about 2 hours.
I like that option.
By boat?
Yes.
Okay, boat we take then.
Plus, we need more renown with the pirates since we lost their
I'm
saber.
sorry. Renown with what?
Nothing. I'm not talking to you.
Are you planning to steal my ship?
No,
No.
definitely not.
She narrows her eyes. Is trying to study you. Make a persuasion test to convince her that you're not.
Asarius gets up and goes to the bar to the keg for more drinks.
Wrong person. I totally used the wrong character sheet for that. Oh, it was a 5. That is not good.
Okay. You know what? I am afraid I have a shipping run that I have to do tomorrow. You'll have to go with Mr. Bungie.
No.
Okay, wait. No, stop. Okay, wait. Please take us. Please. I will zap him again. And Wenry holds a hand out and touches 13.
I pull out 500 gold pieces and I set it on the table.
My boat's worth a lot more than 500 gold pieces.
Not your boat, your service.
Right, but I think you're pirates.
We're not pirates.
I think it's rather odd that you showed up out of nowhere. On the docks, you said? Yeah, on the docks. It's very odd.
I lean in close, using my
She
intimidation.
leans back.
Wenry,
We are the only chance that you have. You either help us save your people, or you wait here until you all die. You have no other choice.
Make an intimidation test.
I'm good at that. 20.
Okay. She kind of settles back, looks to the elder, looks at Bungie. She lets her coat fall open a little bit, and you can see that she actually has twin pistols in holsters under each arm. Crosses her arms over her chest. I will take you for the good of the town. I will not take you for the good of me. Give the elder your 500 gold. And if you try to take my ship, I will make sure that you die first. Are we clear?
I give them the 500 gold pieces. Clear as glass. That's the phrase, right? That's the saying.
It's one of them. She kind of straightens up, stands up. Be on the docks at first light. No funny business. She looks at each of you, pointing a finger at each of you, and then marches off.
Excuse me. Strange wands on your... Are those manufactured?
She pulls out one of the pistols. Yes, it is.
Where?
The Gnomish Flotilla. You familiar?
I don't think so. No.
Don't spend a lot of time out at sea.
No, I don't.
She puts it away. The gnomes make them. They're clever little bastards, and they control the deep waters
What
a
did
couple
they
more
shoot?
miles out. Bullets. Small metal pellets. They pack a punch. Hopefully you won't get to see them in use.
Thank you for your time. We will not steal your boat. We are not pirates. I guarantee.
Good.
By my tribe. You will guarantee.
She kind of looks you up and down. Very well. And walks off. Bungie gets up. It was good to meet y'all. And walks away. Well, I will get you set up with some bedding, and you can pick any room around the area here, and we'll make sure you're up and ready for Captain Kate to take you in the morning. I thank you, one, for doing this for us, and two, for this generous donation. This is very kind of you.
Yeah. We're not pirates, but...
I believe you. A pirate would never pop with 500 gold pieces. He takes one of the gold pieces and kind of bite tests it. Yes, 500 gold pieces.
We're very thankful for your assistance in lodging us.
If you can use this to repair the stairs that brought us up here, that would probably be a good
We could repair the stairs at any time if we had no wraiths constantly pestering us.
That's fair.
But we will, with this, be able to maybe even put in a stone building. We're well on our way towards reestablishing Gossamer.
Be well.
Good night to you all, and good luck tomorrow. He gets up, gets his coat on, puts his hat back on, grabs a lantern, and with kind of a dejected sigh, you can see him deflate a little bit as he walks out the door.
Do you not freak out every single person we meet?
I don't know what you
13.
mean. People love me.
I don't know about that.
I love you, 13.
Thank you.
Wenry hops down from his chair, and he says, "Miss Jamdra, will you come with me?"
Yes, sure.
Okay. Wenry's gonna go find a secluded corner. That's where we're going. Okay. Wenry has two things to talk about. He asks, "What kind of spells do you have?"
Decent amount of spells. Are you looking for one in particular?
What is, you would say, your strongest spell?
In terms of general or attacking or what?
Can you cast a level 2 Cure Wounds?
Yes.
Can you cast it into my ring? And he holds the ring up.
Sure.
Do it. And he holds his hand out.
Okay. Yeah, I cast a Cure Wounds, a level 2.
Okay.
So that's a 2d8 plus. I don't know if it's my modifier then.
It's all of your stuff. So when we do it, I'll probably have you roll it.
Yep.
And stuff. But yeah. And then when he casts into the ring a warding bond as well.
Okay. Which I think fills up the ring.
It does.
Okay.
And then he says, "Okay, good. And I'm going to ask Elder Redis if he knows anything about Wraith Kings."
I'm going to go up to the person we were just talking to and ask him how many hours until everyone usually goes to sleep.
So you're going up to whom to do this?
Who we were just talking to.
Oh, he's gone. He left.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to go talk.
There's a few other people in there.
Yeah, it's just
one drunk person. Oh, we usually wrap things up in the next... What time is it?
I do not know.
Then we'll wrap things up pretty soon, son. Don't you worry none.
Okay. I'm just going to go take a walk around the town, see if there's anything that I can hear, see anyone that I could help. Since they're struggling, I would definitely want to see if there's anything I can do.
Okay. Give me an investigation test.
15.
15? It's quiet once you get outside of the pavilion. Most of the homes are dark. You can hear some snoring coming from within. It seems that the palisade probably keeps the creatures out. You're not sure if maybe there's some sort of arcane methodology at work here. But something's at work.
Something's at work here.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I'm gonna keep.
Nobody seems to need help. The watch towers are definitely keeping an eye on you as you move around building to building.
Is there anywhere No, I'm just gonna like do a lap, see what I can smell out, and once I'm done, I'll return back and then probably go to sleep for the night.
Okay. Yeah, you don't really find anything that needs doing. They seem to have a pretty good handle on things within the palisade. You return back to the pavilion. Does anybody else have anything else they want to do before bed?
I want to call Eldoritas on the sending stones.
So you take your sending stone out, you activate it. What do you say?
Yeah. Eldoritas, are you there? Hello? I need your help. And I know you're probably awake. You're an old man who likes to read.
There is no response.
Hey, Mr. Lich guy who's in Eldoritas' house, maybe you can hear me. Get his attention for me, please. It's important.
No response.
I'll try again in the morning. Maybe he's a morning guy. It's annoying. Maybe he gets up at like 4. When he puts the sending stone away.
Okay. All right. Does anybody else have anything they want to do before bedding down for the night?
Odo will proclaim that the village that wrote him the letter, he will just simply say before he falls asleep that the village that he acknowledges, and upon his victory of the games shall come visit.
Okay.
Are we just crashing in this beer tent, basically?
Yep, essentially.
And then going to sleep.
Okay.
Winry gives Wendell a ring to wear.
Ooh.
For warding bond. He's not casting it yet, but he's giving her the ring to wear.
Okay.
Does this mean you're married?
No, it's not on that finger, Moto. It's on my pointer finger. I don't know what finger she's gonna wear it on, but this one fits mine.
Okay. People give each other rings mean they're married sometimes. I didn't know if this was a halfling thing.
No, it's just to protect her. It's to help keep her alive.
Good choice.
And he looks at you and he says, if you get hurt though, I get hurt too. So
I'm pretty good at not getting hurt, it seems.
Good.
So as you all settle in for the night, the revelers kind of drift off. A couple of them remain passed out at tables.
Dysarius curls up by the fire in his cloak.
Okay. It's comfortable. It's dry. After the last maybe hour of your life when you were almost drowning, you were a doppelganger, you crawled across a 200-foot long, 6-inch wide beam, and then fought a wraith. It hasn't been that long, but it feels like a much longer span of time has passed by.
This is when you find out that Dysarius is still a doppelganger.
Dysarius sits bolt upright and says, Wendela, am I still a doppelganger?
No, you are not still a doppelganger.
He does the arcane insight on himself again.
You are not a doppelganger.
Hang on, I got to roll.
Okay. If it's a 1, you're going to think you're a doppelganger.
It was not.
Okay.
It was a total of 20.
You spend like 5 minutes looking at your arms, trying to build them to shift, and nothing happens. You're reasonably sure.
Dysarius.
Well,
Winry will pinch you as you're like staring at your arms.
I was gonna say pinch yourself.
I don't think I'm a doppelganger. I'm not a doppelganger.
No, you're not.
Yet.
I don't think you will ever be again.
Well, we don't know. Dysarius falls asleep pretty quickly and snores very loudly.
The snoring fills the chamber.
It comforts me, so I fall asleep pretty well.
Okay.
Pretty quickly.
All of you are pretty exhausted from everything.
One of the drunks actually gets up and is annoyed with the loud snoring and leaves to go pass out somewhere else.
All right.
I'll deal with the wraiths instead of this.
So as you all get some sleep, Wendola,
Yes.
you have strange dreams again. You're in a barren field, a blasted wasteland where nothing has ever grown. There's small pools of water, but you can also see pools of liquid lead, sulfur, bubbling, cascading across the land as they steam and hiss and spit. You're not when you should be. This is something very old. You feel this dreadful presence behind you, something massive, something that blots out the sun and casts a shadow across the entire landscape. You cannot turn around. You cannot lay your eyes upon it. You shrink down, small, trying to make yourself not be able to be noticed. You hear that terrible voice boom again, shaking you down to your very bones as a single word reverberates through you. Freedom. And that's when you wake up. Your heart is racing. You're pale, sweating, and you are not really sure for a moment where you are. You're starting to panic a bit, and you realize, no, I'm in the game. I'm in the meat hall. Where in the world I am. You can see somebody with a lantern kind of moving around the room. You see him go over to Wenry and kind of shake them. It's time to get up. And slowly move from person to person. You get the sense that it's just before dawn, though it seems very dark outside still. You're trying to still yourself. And for a moment, as the wind whistles past the door, you would swear you hear freedom. And that's where we're going to take a break.
Yay!
So we'll be back in 10 minutes after everybody gets some hydration and snacks, and we will pick this up at that point and head off to Gossamer Castle. Welcome back, everybody, to Scryervision. We return now to your originally scheduled program, The World's Greatest Dungeon, Season 243. So, as the dawn breaks, well, it's hard to tell the dawn's breaking. The fog is very thick outside the windows, and it's a little lighter maybe, but it's still pretty dark. Wendell, you had just had a terrible nightmare. Woke up in a cold sweat. You look over and you see that Wenry is in a similar state. Wenry, you also had a terrifying ordeal of a nightmare. In fact, the same exact nightmare. And I'm not saying this after the fact because I forgot that Wenry also had a cube at all. So, as you are woken up, you gather your things, and the person with the lantern, who identifies themselves as Philippa, kind of escorts you back down the winding staircase, back and forth, and there is a small rowboat tied off to the side of the pier. There's a rope ladder leading down to it. All right. Good luck. We're all praying for you. Don't get killed and become wraiths too, okay?
Okay.
All right then. Thank you. And as you descend down the rope ladder into the dinghy, you realize, wait, where do we go? Looks out towards the sea, points at a boat that's a bit bigger. It has a single mast, very pointed bow. That's a ship. She's waiting for you. Let's hurry. Don't want to keep her waiting. Bit of a temper.
I row.
Who's rowing? You're gonna row? All right. 13. Do you summon your echo to take one oar while you take the other?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to make that serious work.
All right. Are either of you proficient with maritime vehicles?
Nope.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
Choppy. At one point, you kind of get tangled up in the kelp. And as you kind of bring the oar up to clear it, you touch the kelp to kind of slough it off the end of the oar, and it wraps around your hand and tries to kind of pull you into the water.
Ooh.
You're able to quickly rip your hand free as it splashes back down, and you keep your oars pretty shallow after that point.
Well, I don't like that.
Can I try and eat the kelp?
Are you going to grab some of the kelp?
Did it grab me or did it grab?
That was
Did it
13. Grab 13.
Oh, grab 13. Oh, okay.
You probably saw it happen, and
I'm gonna try and get my oar to grab some of that kelp.
Oh, it snags onto your oar.
And I rip it out and try and grab a handful.
Okay. You lift it up, and as you try to reach out and grab it, it wraps around you and begins to pull you down. Make a strength save.
Strength save.
Yep.
Gladly. Total of 25.
If you pull back, it is kind of like being in an arm wrestling match, though, as you don't seem to be able to gain any ground, but you're not losing any ground. But now the boat's not moving either.
I pull out one of my hand axes to sever it.
All right, give me an attack roll.
Attack roll. Oh no, I didn't make a hand axe. Let's see. It is
strength.
total of 9.
You missed.
I missed.
Actually, you don't miss. You hit it, but it has a rubbery consistency and just kind of bounces off. Dicerius, you take a point of damage.
I take a point of damage?
Yeah, you're not sure what's happening, but your hand is starting to burn.
Okay. Well, I let go then.
It doesn't.
Okay, I shake it off.
I want to summon my echo to slice.
Okay, the combined effort of Dicerius trying to get it off his hand, using the axe and using the echo blade, you're able to let it plop back down, but you did not sever it.
I don't think I should try and eat that. I look at my hand. Is there any
It
mark
has
or anything?
red welts where the kelp wrapped around. It looks like it was burning through your skin.
That's not good.
Oh.
I probably don't want to eat that. Row.
You finally get out to the boat, and we'll go ahead and shift to the boat battle map. Not because there's a battle, but just because it's, visually appealing.
Yeah, that's why.
Single mast boat. There's some barrels up on top. There doesn't appear to be a below deck. It's a sort of a shallow water skiff. And one large mast right in the center that currently has a furled sail. Kate welcomes you aboard. Dicerius, she sees that your hand has some red markings on it. Do you have a run-in with the kelp?
Yeah, I was gonna eat it, but probably shouldn't.
Ooh, wouldn't do that. It'll eat you first. It's
That sounds like a
carnivorous.
challenge.
Well, you're welcome to try. But those kelp beds are large creatures that are constantly reaching out for food. That's why we have to go out to the deeper waters to fish. Regardless, I wouldn't try it.
Okay.
Are you ready to get underway?
Yes, please.
All right. It'll be about a 2-hour trip. Have any of you sailed before?
Yeah, the last episode we sailed.
The last episode?
Or was it
2
the one
episodes
before?
ago.
It was 2 episodes ago.
Yes, we've been on water, but it was a much smaller vessel.
All right. Well,
Wendell is actually our captain.
Captain, my
Totally.
lord. Very well. Captain, on this boat, I am the captain. Do not second guess my orders. Are we clear?
Wouldn't think of it.
Excellent. Then we'll get along famously. Well, off we go. You notice there's no rudder, there's no wheel. Instead, she spreads a map out takes a stone from a pouch on her belt and places it along, it looks like she places it down and then slides it along the map until she lets go of it. And the boat kind of starts to lurch forward as the sail unfurls and fills with wind. You start cutting through the fog.
Captain, I have to confess something.
Is it not your pirates?
No, it is that I am never impressed, and what you just did there thoroughly impressed me.
Thank you. Doesn't work out in the deeper waters, but works fine here. That's how I'm able to operate with just me.
Wenry like peeks his head over like the table like this, and he says, "How did you do that?"
It's a simple navigation stone.
The navigation
Do
stone.
they not have those where you're from?
Well, I've never seen them. I didn't specialize in enchantments like that.
Oh, well, it is. I picked it up last time I was at Fanic City.
Fanic City? Where's that? Do you have a map? I need to go there.
She points to the map on the table. It is a large island atoll. So essentially just a large land ring, and then in the center there's a giant lake with another island on it. She points to a city marked on the map on the other side of the island from where you currently are. You appear to be on the eastern side of the island. Fanic City's on the other side. Where do you think you are, lad?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with this part of the world.
Right. But you got here nonetheless, all the same.
Yeah, I didn't choose to be here.
You're all quite a mystery, aren't you?
You're a mystery too.
I'm Dysarius.
That's all that he knows. So,
Well, we'll all have to work together if we're going to get there. I need somebody on the bow looking out for rocks. Any takers?
I'll do it.
All right, big guy, get up there. If you see rocks, say something so we can move the ship around them. The rest of you, make yourselves comfortable. Maybe take over for your friend after a while. She picks up a book and just kind of settles into her chair and begins to read.
Odo's gonna help us, Arius.
Wenry's gonna copy the map into his little notebook.
You take some time to sketch down the map.
Wendela is going to copious notes, obviously, and then do some more reading on wraiths and stuff.
Okay.
I was gonna call Eldoritas again.
Okay, so you pull out your sending stone.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and give me an investigation test for Wendela. And Wenry says what to Eldoritas?
Eldoritas, are you there? Hello?
You wait for a moment. No response.
Wenry says, "Come on, you can't be old and crotchety all the time."
Response.
I don't know why he's not talking to me. We're in the same plane of existence, I think.
He could be dead.
He's not dead. He's old. He's just old. He's not dead. Why would he be dead?
It could be on a different plane of existence.
Then that means that we've been going to different planes of existence, but into different material planes. That means that we're going through dimensions?
Also, the first place we went to knew what the Magisterium was.
Right.
True. The town of Ruin absolutely knew what the Magisterium was.
It could just be something involved with the games, not being able to seek outside help.
Maybe.
I'm gonna look
Why
into
not?
the water and just watch.
Moto, watch for rocks. I got to make sure I'm not a doppelganger. And he does arcane insight on himself.
Okay, go ahead and roll your arcane insight. What did Wendell
18.
18? You learn that necrotic and poison magics and poisons have no impact on wraiths. They can see in the dark, and they know no more languages than they knew in life, though they tend to not be great conversationalists. You learn all of this from a bard named Bolithop. Okay. Dicerius, what's your result?
16.
16? You spend a good 5 minutes trying to get your arms to shift. You are very certain you're not a doppelganger.
Pretty sure I'm not a doppelganger.
Yeah, you're good.
Dicerius,
What?
why do you think you're a doppelganger?
Because I was a doppelganger before.
But we saved you, so you're not to name.
But we don't know if it sticks.
Yes. Wendela said you does not stick. It's not molasses.
Don't trust it. Might be doppelganger. Gonna keep checking just in case.
I absolutely love that I've given Dicerius a psychological
Complex.
Yes.
Well, that's
I'm not sure if he exists or not.
He's got a wisdom of 18, but his intelligence is below 10. So it just seems prudent.
Because how would you know? Okay. So, about a half hour has passed. You're probably a quarter of the way on your journey. And I need anybody who's looking out into the water to make a perception test, please. And thank you.
I got a 6, so I see nothing.
22.
Yeah, the fog is really thick.
Moto's got a 25.
Okay.
22.
Would everybody position themselves where they would be looking out onto the water, or where they would be on the boat? Moto and Dicerius, you're kind of next to each other, looking off opposite sides of the ship, I'm guessing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought we were supposed to look forward for rocks.
I mean, yeah, there's that. So, yeah, you're looking forward, and Dicerius and Moto, you kind of take a second. You're both looking in opposite directions. You think you see something rise out of the water along either side of the boat for a moment, and then disappear back underneath. And you're not entirely sure, but it looked like a goblin.
Captain!
What?
Captain, I saw a goblin in the water.
Drops her book and draws her pistols. Where?
Oh, point.
Moto's crossbow's out.
Okay. So you all are kind of looking out at the water as she heads over to the side of the boat, aims her pistols. There's a brief moment where everything is quiet and still, and then a large metal hook launches itself out of the water, wraps around Kate's side, piercing into her, and pulls her off the side of the boat and into the water.
Oh
She
no.
disappears below the surf.
2 things. One, has Moto heard of sea goblins or water goblins before?
No, he has not.
Okay.
There's a very good reason for that.
And then he sees this and jumps into the water. If she
Dicerius drinks his potion of water breathing and then jumps into the water.
Okay, so she's here. The boat is still moving.
I want to summon.
And I need everybody to roll initiative.
The boat is still moving.
Yep.
Did copious note-taking help us kind of maybe sort out how to make it not move?
No. Dicerius, what'd you get?
14.
14. And 13?
15.
15.
Why am I going first again?
So
Yours is too
Wendela,
good.
your intelligence, it just snaps you to attention. You look out, you can see several goblins that appear to be just astride something in the water that is moving along the same clip of the boat.
Does this one that's closest to me look like it's the one that had the hook, or is it?
You don't
it's a
see
further
anyone
one?
that has a hook. Actually, scratch that. They all have hooks attached to what looks like chains.
Oh, cool. Cool.
All right, spiritual weapon. hits the
Yes.
field.
We got that book, and then I think I'm gonna do it second level. Oh, nice! That's a natural 20.
Okay, nat 20 on the to hit. How much damage we doing?
Oh man, Beyond 20 changed how they do their stuff. Let's see. Looks like 13 damage.
Okay. So your book floats out over the water. This goblin, whatever it's astride, it cannot move in time and just collides with your book as it slams shut around them. And as it kind of opens up, the thing that it was riding continues on. You see a shark-shaped fin disappear under the water as the goblin slides off the book and splashes into the water, falling back in the surf.
Cool. I am going to toll the dead on him as he
Okay.
falls back.
He's currently dead man floating in the water, but he is still alive. So go ahead.
Yes.
Is that a save? on his
That's a
part?
save. It's a wisdom save.
Oh, well, I mean, it's a goblin, so
Super smart or super wisdom?
yeah, but not super wise. It's a fail
Yeah.
with a
let's see.
4.
Oh, hey. It is now 2d12 on that because we are level 5. There we go. That's 22 more damage on that dude.
He explodes.
Like,
The
smack
chum
my shield
fills
and
the water.
mace together. Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Captain Kate's turn. She frees herself from the chain. She seemed to be dragged by this one, and she's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 feet swimming and grab onto the side of the boat. And that is all she can do. Moto, as you've jumped into the water, you can see that they are riding on reef sharks. And there's probably another maybe dozen off this side of the boat currently under the water.
Got it. At which point, I yell at Desarius, "Get in the boat!" And then I get back up to get back on the get the captain. Can I get? I don't know what the lizard folk swim ability is. Do they have one?
I don't think you're. I think you just move like it's normal terrain.
Okay. So he gets under the captain and pushes her on top of the boat.
Okay, she kind of tumbles to the deck, panting and bleeding profusely from a wound in her side.
That would probably be my action and movement, or would I still have some movement left over?
You have some movement. You could probably crawl up onto the deck too.
I would like to do that.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna hunter's mark this dude right there.
All right. He is hunter's marked. Anything else from Moto?
Nope, that should do it.
Wenry, you noticed that the captain, when she got pulled over, one of her pistols went into the water, but the other one clattered to the deck right next to you.
Okay, cool. I was really hoping I could get my hands on one of those. Because I have an idea. Do I still have one of those thunderstones?
I believe you have one left, yeah.
I think I have one left. I think I have the thunderstone and then the earth elemental and the water and the fire elemental, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The summoning stones.
You're gonna make Pikachu evolve.
So Dempsey wants to wait for more of those goblins to surface before he does this.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do to entice more goblins to come up is one, Winry's gonna grab the gun. Two, you've given Winry a gun. I don't know why, but he has a gun now. Thank you.
You have a black powder pistol.
Yeah. Is there a bullet like ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, as long as there's one, that's all I need.
Well, as far as player knowledge, yes, you know there's a bullet in it.
Mhm.
As Wenry knowledge, you have no idea how this works.
Winry is going to look at it really quick just to get a quick view of it. See if
Looks
he,
down the barrel.
Yeah, he like really looks down the barrel. Does a really bad idea. But he also knows that if there's something that looks like a lever or like a switch, not to pull it until you need it, because he's smart.
There appears to be like a hammer that you have to pull back on the top, and then maybe this like trigger mechanism to make it go.
Yeah.
Is it a flintlock?
Essentially.
He knows enough to like how basic other things work, to I think be able to figure out how a gun works on the fly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, for all of this talking, he's going to go over here, and to try and entice more goblins up, he is going to thorn whip this goblin, the green goblin, for a crit.
Woo! The barbed wire wraps around its neck and pulls him towards the ship. 10 feet, right?
Yeah, that's 46, by the way.
Okay, roll that damage.
16 piercing.
Cool. His head just popped off. The body and head kind of tumble against the water as the shark that he was riding on disappears.
And then Wenry like shoves his hand in his bag of holding for the Thunderstone, and he waits.
Okay. That moves us on to 13.
I'm going to give Captain Kate a healing potion, like pull one out and just hand it to her.
Okay. She takes it, pulls the thing out with her, or the cork out with her teeth, and is ready to take it on her turn.
You've seen this before. And then, do I see this goblin?
Yeah, you can see that goblin. The gunnels of the ship are pretty low, so you can see everything that's happening outside.
I'm going to go to the map, and I'm going to take the navigation stone, and I'm just going to like slide it like to the left, like slide the ship to the left so that it hits that goblin pirate.
Okay, so you take the stone and you slide it to the left, and nothing happens.
Dang it. I was trying to be clever.
Should leave that to people with high intelligence.
I'm done.
Okay. Then we move on to Dicerius. You are currently bobbing in the water as the ship is bearing down on you.
He heard Moto say get back on the ship, so he moves the 10 feet and then back up onto the ship.
Yep, you're able to pull yourself up.
Is that his movement and action?
No, that would just be your movement since you have 40 feet of movement.
Yeah, I do.
Yep. So difficult terrain, getting through the water costs you actually 20, and then pulling yourself up would be another, essentially 20. So you are out of movement.
All right, but I can attack.
Yep.
If I throw my axe, can I throw it twice because I get 2 attacks?
Yes, you can, but it takes your bonus action to crack it back to you.
Okay, then I will do that. I will attack twice. Can I attack recklessly?
Reckless is only for melee attack.
For only melee. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Either
First
throwing
attack.
axes.
Does a 10 hit?
No, unfortunately it does not. The axe goes sailing right behind where the goblin was a moment ago. But you use your bonus action and boom, it's back in your hand.
Gotcha. Also, this is the purple one, by the way, in case you were wondering which one.
I figured
18.
you're outside. 18 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. This time you think,
Mac.
you know what? I need to throw it where he's gonna be. End over end, the axe impacts for
14 points of damage.
you knock him off the shark. He goes sinking into the water. And you're not sure if you're going to see him again.
Okay, that's my turn.
That's your turn. Now it's time for some goblin pirates.
What
Give me
goblin pirate?
a second here. Can I get Jay? Would you roll me a d6, please?
Really? A D6? You want me to roll this D6 for me?
Yeah.
Because I got 5. Because this doesn't like me.
I mean, a 5 seems really high. That seems like it likes you a lot.
Didn't you get a chip? Don't you want to use that?
5 more goblins surface.
Oh!
They kind of move in. This one's going to move up here. This one's going to move up here towards Moto. And that one's actually at Lindelof. So each of them is going to make a chain hook attack on each of you. Dicerius, you have 2 competing for the honor of dragging you into the drink.
Good thing I can breathe underwater for an hour.
So against Dicerius, number 1 is a crit fail. He actually snags the side of the boat and loses the chain. So this guy has no chain. The other one on Dicerius is a 6, so completely misses. Wow, I am going to roll great tonight. Against Wenry, 8. Against 13 from the pink one, 21.
Ooh. Oh, yep, that hits me.
Doesn't it? 13, you feel something stab your shoulder, and you look, and there's an iron hook attached to a chain that's currently trying to pull you in. Give me a strength saving throw.
I look at him, and I just laugh. Oh, that was a natural one, everybody.
I would just like to say,
I don't have a chip.
I have a red chip if you would like to re-roll that.
No, it's too funny.
No? Okay.
I suddenly picture this scene of like he gets hit, he kind of looks at it, laughs, and just goes, "Whoa!"
Yep, that's essentially how it goes down. As you are like, oh dang, and you just get pulled off your feet and into the water. Oh, your echo with you. And you take 3 points of piercing damage. Wendela. 1 plus 4, 8.
No.
Moto, 11.
Nope.
Okay, cool. That is the goblin's turn. There are 2 free sharks, but neither of them are within range to get to 13. So no shark attack. But you are bleeding into the water.
Blood in the water.
Blood in the water.
All right, so that is the goblin pirate's turn. We're on to Wendela.
I'm gonna be like, are you kidding me? And this dude again.
Okay.
Ew.
Not even looking as the book soars across the top of the water, heading right for him. What do we got?
That's 6 damage for 19 to hit for 6 damage.
That'll hit for 6 damage. All right. Slams into the side of him. He drops his chain into the water.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then I told the dead. Wisdom save.
Could it be a different thing? Could it be?
I'm gonna go with no, as it turns out.
All right, that's fine. 13.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Dang.
So 10 points of damage.
So he drops the chain. It's kind of like, and then you kind of see him straighten up. Blood just drips from his nose as he falls back off the shark, tumbling against the surf.
That's what I thought.
Wendela is proving to be a very proficient goblin slayer. Okay. Captain Kate gets up. She pulls a cutlass out and trying to kind of get towards the mast. Just get to the center of the boat. They have to board us then.
Is she gonna drink her potion?
Yep, she drinks the potion. Moto, what would you like to do?
Moto is going to use a bonus action to Hunter's Mark that guy.
Okay.
And appear. Take 2 shots upon that guy.
Okay, so
crossbow shot number 1.
Yep.
17.
That'll hit.
And that'll be 10 points of piercing damage plus 6 points of Hunter's Mark, so 16 points of damage.
The arrow blasts him off the back of the shark. He just goes skipping across the water.
At which point I would like to change and shoot this guy with my second action.
You can shoot the second guy, but you cannot Hunter's Mark.
That is correct. I understand.
Okay.
So that shot is going to be a 19.
That will hit.
For 9 points of damage.
All right. That one is severely wounded as a bolt is now sticking into his chest. Kind of looks up at you and snarls and shouts something in Goblinese. And then coughs up blood.
I will then move right there to protect the captain.
Sounds good. Wenry, you're up.
Yeah. Wenry says, 13, get down. And he throws the Thunderstone at the orange one.
At the orange one?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a 2 hit. Dex base.
Well, I'm not trying to like hit him. I'm just trying to get it in his area.
Yeah, go ahead. Just give me a toss. Give me a dexterity plus proficiency.
Okay. 13.
Yeah.
Okay, good enough. It actually lands right in front of him.
Nice. Then Wenry pulls the hammer back on the gun and like points it at
Wait.
at where he thinks the Thunderstone went, and he shoots.
I swear to, if you roll a natural 1 and hit me,
I have lucky, remember.
True. But if you roll 2 natural ones.
But I have red chips.
Oh, you're probably okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead, roll the hit.
Okay. What do you want me to roll?
So you do not have proficiency, but it is a dexterity-based attack.
Okay. I'll just roll dexterity then. 7, which I'm going to red chip.
Okay, red chip.
Mm-hmm. Here's my red chip for you.
Thank you.
And then another one. Can I red chip that again?
You cannot, but somebody else could.
Somebody who's got a red chip.
I'll red chip it.
Do it.
All right.
I'll red chip you later.
This is
I'll
a
red chip for
good time to mention to the people watching who are maybe not familiar with this. We use a customized inspiration system called the Stack Inspiration System, which essentially uses poker chips for inspiration. They're able to stack up and they have different effects based on the colors. Red chips allow a failed roll to be re-rolled. This is the second re-roll on this attack.
Yeah. Oh, God. 5!
oh, you
It
actually
is
shoot
not
13
meant
3
to be.
times.
Wenry,
It's a 6, by the way, for you folks.
yeah, 7, 8, 6.
That sounds like a bad joke.
Where did you throw it?
Right here. Wenry is going to jump in himself.
Okay. Actually, here's what happens. You pull the trigger, that gun blasts forward. The bullet hits the water, completely missing.
Mhm.
But Wenry gets blasted back.
Okay.
You get pushed back 5 feet.
Okay, cool. Wenry stands up. He's still got 10 more feet of movement.
Okay.
He shoves the amulet of the fishwife in his mouth, and then he dives overboard.
Okay.
He took diving in college as an elective.
Okay. So anything else from Wenry?
No, that's it. That's everything. That's it. That's all I can do.
13.
I don't know what else you want from me, man.
Should kill some goblins.
Can I summon my echo on the back of a shark? Or are they
Did
too
you see
small?
a shark that has no rider? Yes, you could. Well, you
Okay,
can try.
so I wanted to summon it on the back of this goblin, but the goblins must be small and the sharks must be medium, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna summon my echo,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna summon my echo where the Thunderstone is,
Okay.
and I'm gonna have my echo attack the Thunderstone.
Okay. Sounds good. You are still being grappled by the shark too, or not the shark, but the chain that's
Oh.
currently dug into your shoulder. But
That's fine.
yeah, go ahead and make your attack roll with the echo. You're able to find the thunder.
Does a 20 hit the Thunderstone?
Stop stealing my thunder.
It does. He literally just stole your thunder.
This is
go
called
ahead.
teamwork.
How
No,
much damage does it do, Wenry?
I don't know. You're the DM. You're the one that gave it to me.
Okay, so I am. Go ahead and roll 2d8 for the damage.
I think it was 3d8 last time. To be
3d8?
honest.
All right,
Yeah.
3d8. Good enough? Good stuff.
Yeah, it hits me anyway. So I mean,
Yeah, I think it was a 20-foot radius?
oh no, it's a 15-foot cube, so it's
15-foot cube.
it would hit just the goblin and not me because it fits right there.
Yeah, it actually just stops shy of you. It will destroy the echo too. The 13, 3d8?
8.
points of damage. You definitely scared the shark, and it is currently bucking wildly, and the rider is trying to keep it under control as it has also been hurt badly.
And then I'm going to use my second attack to attack this goblin that I'm swimming up on.
Okay, go ahead.
16 for 9 slashing.
That hits for 9. He's going to make a con save to attempt to hold on to the chain, and fails. The chain drops out of his hand and into the water. You're kind of being pulled down by the iron.
Can I swim back to the boat?
Yes, you can get to the boat, but you're not going to be able to climb up on top of it.
Why not?
This end of the boat's a little deeper.
I pull the hook out of my arm, out of my shoulder, and then I want to like swing it up.
That would be another action.
Okay, I'll wait till the next turn. I'm just gonna grab onto the ship then.
All right, so you're being pulled along by the ship now. Dysarius.
Throw my axe at the red one.
All right, so you ready your axe and you chuck it.
Does a 12 hit?
A 12 does not.
Okay.
He kind of deflects it with a little shield.
Okay. Ka-ching. Grab it. Throw it again. 10 does not hit. So then I will move by the captain. And that's my turn.
Your axe kind of splashes into the water. So we are onto the pirates, and we're going to go ahead and have Dev roll a d8.
Rude.
Yep, that's me in a nutshell.
7.
Great.
7. Bloop. 2, 3,
How are there more?
5, 6. I mean, you're killing them pretty easily, and they're barely doing you any damage. So, okay. So, the orange pirate needs to make a dexterity save. He fails. He is gone. The shark takes off with him into the deep. These guys are actually going to pull up to the ship and board with their hooks as boarding ladders. This guy will as well. This guy will get onto the boat. This one's going to come up over here and try to hook Bastion off. That one's going to go for Wendela. This one's going to try to recapture 13. This one's going for Wenry. And this one is going to just swim up this way. Okay. So, Dysarius, we have a normal scimitar attack from the goblin against you. Completely misses. Moto, same thing.
A
17
17
hits?
does not hit
No, it
now
does not.
because of this wonderful cloak that I have.
Yep, your nice, fun green protection cloak protects you from a scimitar.
Hmm?
You move on to Wenry. Hook coming at you. 20.
Bring it. Yeah, that. Wait, no. When
In the water?
What's that?
In the water?
Yep.
Wow.
He's trying to kind of drag him behind him.
Wenry will hold up his hand with the ring, and he will expend the shield spell from the ring.
Okay, so it bounces off the shield and almost rebounds into the head of the goblin. He screams at you angrily. All right, against 13, as you're sort of starting to get back up on the ship, 16 is not going to be enough.
Bash away with
The
my shield.
hook actually hits the ship right next to you, and you can see it actually crack the wood a little bit. Against Wendela, 17.
Does not hit.
You knock it to the side with a book.
Well, I actually have a shield as well, so.
Okay, with your shield. And a 10 misses back.
Shaped like a book.
So
Yeah.
it's it from them.
You know those-
The head of the mace is a book that...
Well, the head of the mace is a book, but on the shield, it's also got a book on it. But it's like, you know those water fountains that look like the pages are going. It's kind of looks like that as a on the shield.
Enchantment.
Sure.
Okay. We're
turn.
on to Wendela. What would you like to do?
Why would these guys go away? And I'm gonna smack dude with the thing. Plus 8. 23 for 6 points of damage. And then
Real
again.
hit.
Yup.
Book slams into him.
Slams into him, and then again, Tolp's dead. Told so much.
Toll the dead.
Like an air horn goes off right by his ear. What's the
wisdom
save? That's right. That's right, because goblins are known for their wisdom save.
So wise.
8. He fails. I mean,
17
roll
points of damage.
I think from now on the wisdom saves, they're not going to make it. All right, so he gets, again, just blasted with whatever this energy is.
And then
Mild ringing sound is heard and falls off dead.
I'm going to move away from the edge.
Okay. Captain Kate is going to take her cutlass, move up next to Moto, and make a attack roll 24 for 9 points of damage on this guy, which kills the goblin. All right, Moto, what would you like to do?
As a bonus action, Hunter's Mark this guy.
All right.
I only have 1 shot left in the cylinder, so because I've already shot 2 rounds worth twice, if I recall.
The rapid fire definitely depletes those pretty quick, doesn't it?
Yes. It's 2 shots, so it's they're getting. So it's 1 shot on him with Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
26.
That'll hit.
That'll be 15 points of damage on this guy.
Right through the chest and embeds itself in the wood of the boat right behind him.
And it's an
He's
action
dead.
to reload, if I recall, to change out
Yes.
the cylinders. All right. As a movement action, can I actually take the cylinder out and prep?
I'll allow it.
Would that take another movement action next round to be able to pop it in?
I would say if you're going to hold your ground there and do that instead of moving, I'll allow it.
Okay. You're a wonderful GM.
Benevolent.
Benevolence.
Yes.
I shall deign to allow it.
So, yep. So this round and next round is movement actions are going to. So
Okay,
go from
sounds
there.
good.
That's it.
Wenry.
Yeah, it's my turn. Wenry is going to do that thing where you like push off of a wall to like gain speed when you like go underwater, like when you're like 7. And he's gonna try and attack this goblin pirate, the pink one.
Sounds good. Go ahead and using the mace.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
For a 12.
We're gonna say with the additional speed boost and sneak, you hit him.
Okay. For 8 plus 5, and let's see what that. Oh, sorry, it's a d6, not a d8. A 1, so that's fire.
Steam explodes from underneath the shark as you kind of crush one of his legs.
Okay. Is he still alive?
He is, just barely.
Okay. I'm going to attack him again.
Okay.
For a 21.
That'll also hit.
For 5.
He is dead. Falls off the shark, partially
Okay.
burned.
Winter gets on the shark.
Give me an animal handling test.
Okay. 18.
You grab onto the fin on the shark and kind of pull yourself into what looks to be an improvised saddle. You quickly realize you've never ridden a shark before and you're not sure what's about to happen.
It's all right. He can breathe underwater, so if we go underwater, we'll be fine. He like spits the amulet out, and he like takes his light hammer out of his pocket and flips it, and he gets ready to throw it.
Baby shark. Baby
Subject
shark.
13, you're up. And you have disadvantage now that you've sung that song.
I'm going to go and throw the chain up to grapple the side.
All right, so you take the chain out, you throw it up, you've got it over the side of the gunnel, What are you going to do?
Pull myself up.
All right, you quickly climb the chain and get back onto the deck of the ship, dripping wet, bleeding profusely from a wound in your shoulder.
Summon my echo.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to go to town on this goblin.
Go ahead.
21 for 12 slashing.
Okay, that kills him.
I want to just like slice off its head.
You do, in fact. You almost got the shark underneath him.
And then 5, 10.
The Echo has a much easier time getting onto the boat for some reason.
Yeah, it just go whoop. Okay, I'm done. Oh, I can move. Oh no, I pretty much used up my movement.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Thesaurus, what would you like to do?
Recklessly attack this one who's standing next to me.
Okay, go for it.
Looks like a 25.
How much damage?
16 points of damage.
Half of him flies into the water, the other half collapses on the deck.
Hooray! Then I move to here. And I attack that one.
Go for it.
Recklessly. So what's my big one? 16 looks like. 16.
That'll hit.
For 17 points of damage.
Pretty much the same result, except this time the whole body is kind of intact and it just flubs off into the water and disappears below the surface.
I laugh. I then turn to the red one and start laughing.
He looks
Oh
scared.
wait, I forgot to mention that the very first thing I did was bonus action to get my axe back.
Yes.
Right. He looks a little terrified.
Oh, yes.
my
So, anything else from Desarius?
That's all I can do.
All right, so the goblin's turn. He is going to disengage and just jump into the water and disappear under the water. Wenry, from underneath you, you feel this low vibration.
Mhm.
It's purring.
Huh?
It's purring. It likes you.
get the sense that something might be calling out from below the ship.
Mhm.
And all the other two goblins vanish under the water, and your shark begins to descend as well.
I want to go down there. I really want to go down there. I want to find out what's down there.
Are we technically out of combat now?
Nope, not yet.
Oh.
For Wenry's reaction here.
What do you guys think?
Let go!
Do what Wenry would do.
Wenry would go down there. He's curious.
And I'm assuming Wendell sees this because she's like pretty much line of sight into him. I'll be like, what are you doing? Let go!
Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna roll a d20.
Okay.
He trusts with Stramjar. If it's over an 8, he will let go. If it's below an 8, he will trust his own instincts and go down.
Okay.
It's over an 8, he lets go.
All right, the shark disappears into the depths. And you can kind of see there was probably another dozen or so left. But they're retreating. You've done enough damage to them that they know this is not an easy ship to take.
I'm gonna try and hook Wenry and pull him into the boat.
Wenry thorn whips himself up.
I'm gonna try to hook Wenry and pull him into the boat.
The hook misses as Wenry launches himself back up onto the boat. So now you're out of combat.
Trying to get back at me for zapping you last night, huh?
Right.
Well, dinner served, everybody. I just hold up a goblin corpse.
You eat goblins?
No.
Yes.
Moto
Oh,
does.
yes, we're mad pirates. Mad.
Did
The
Moto just
maddest.
eat a goblin?
Moto is tasting a goblin, yes.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Take
Oh, yeah.
Pull a big chunk of flesh off. You've had goblin before, but this one's a little bit more salty. So
He's never had sea goblin. He needs to
Yeah.
taste a little
A little
bit of sea
fishy.
goblin.
It's a little fishy.
I toss mine into the water.
Salty.
okay,
He doesn't finish it. He
Wenry-
just kind of.
I was.
fix at it.
Desarius just pulls out a dehydrated compressed fruit bar.
Wendell like tickles the spine of her spiritual weapon book, and it folds back up, and she puts it back in her wagon.
Okay.
Winry will give Captain Kate her gun back.
Oh, thank you. I think I dropped the other one in the water.
Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't get that one, but this one fell at my
That's
feet.
fine. She puts it in her holster. Yes, we got a bit of a kick.
Mhm.
All right.
It
Is everybody
really does.
alive?
You get attacked by goblin pirates often.
Not terribly.
Can we
Surprising.
loot their bodies?
You don't find much. Battered, pretty weather-worn scimitars and short bows. One hook and chain, and you get another one that 13 managed to salvage.
We do have one hook and chain.
You have two,
We
technically.
have two.
You also find between the lot of them maybe 4 gold pieces. You get the sense they're not very lucrative pirates.
Can I have one of the hooks and chains? Unless somebody else really wants one.
Winry raises his hand and he wants one.
I already have mine.
But there's only 2. He'll give it to Dicerius, though.
No, Winry can have it.
No, you have it because you give me your red chip.
I'd rather have
there's
a red
one
I'd rather
attached
have a
to
red
the-
chip again later.
You'd rather have a red chip?
I lean over the side, and there's one hooked into the boat in the front, and one
That's
hooked
right,
into the
because
boat
they
in
were
the back.
using him to pull themselves up.
Oh,
There's
cool.
like 3 because 3 is
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
top, so we can all each have one.
Okay. Grappling hook and chain.
All right.
I'll ask. Did you want me to try to locate your other gun?
No, Captain Wendela, that's very kind of you, but I think it's a loss. I'll just have to buy a new one the next time I visit the flotilla.
I could go get it.
We don't have time for
about
that one,
200 feet deep here.
Easy. And then he gets ready to jump in.
Winry,
Somebody
no.
Stop him.
I whip my chain at him.
Okay.
I
Kate
wanted
goes
to
back
hook
over
into
to the
him.
map and like kind of looks at it. Oh, who screwed up our course?
That was...
Sorry, I thought that I could use it to ram the goblins.
It doesn't work that way, dear.
Obviously.
She picks up the stone, kind of blows on it. The sails furl back up. She sets it back down where she thinks she is and begins to trace the route again.
How does that work?
Magic.
Yes, but why didn't it work for me?
Because it plots a course from where we are to where we're going.
My course was through a goblin.
Your course was through the island.
Hmm.
We would have gotten to where we were going, and the ship would have continued into the island. She points at the map. It's a pairing. All right. Well, this is you're obviously a scholar. Thank you all for your help. That was above and beyond. All I can offer you at the moment is a cask of wine.
Not bad for pirates, eh?
I kind of want a gun. Or whatever that is.
Oh, it's not that. Your service was valuable, but not that valuable.
What if I give you 3,000 gold for it?
You can have a gun.
Okay. And he gives you her 3,000 gold.
Hands you the gun, gives you bullets, gives you powder for it.
Okay.
And gives you a brief instruction on how to use it. You don't have firearm proficiency, but you know how to use it now.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Sure. Great. Winry has a gun now.
Thing could go
This
wrong.
seems like a
not a good idea.
bad idea.
What do you mean?
Gnomish pistol.
Sure do. I sure do.
Okay.
That's wonderful news, Wenry.
I'm excited. How many bullets do I have, by the way?
You have 8.
8? Okay. I'll have to make some more.
Yep. You think you can probably figure that out.
Yeah, easy enough.
She rolls one of the barrels of wine that she's been transporting off the back of the ship and kind of presents it to your group. I don't know how you want to carry it or anything, but
You crack it open and you dip your mug in.
I mean, you can certainly do that, or if you have another 100 gold, I can sell you a tap.
That seems like a waste of money.
Winry gives her 100 gold.
There you are. Thank you, dear. I like you.
Oh, Winry has tons of gold still, by the way.
All right.
I have one more question.
Yes.
What's the damage?
1d12.
1d12. Ooh. All right. Thank you.
Okay. So she kind of settles back in, but is definitely keeping an eye out for more trouble. And the boat continues on its way.
The Sirius goes back to the front of the boat. Whee!
Does Moto continue to eat goblin?
No, he finished off what he needed to do. He's getting a little bit of a sketch still for a tattoo, but then he's now looking for rocks again.
Can we dump these goblin corpses into the water?
Yep.
I already threw mine in.
So you critically injured 2 and killed another 11.
Go us.
Which gives us enough XP to get up to level 6.
All right, so the boat begins to cut its way through the water, and after about another hour or so, you're descending deeper and deeper into the fog. You can actually see the sun has risen. There's a giant yellow dot that you can stare directly at, and it's just obscured by fog. Continue on your way, and eventually the boat begins to slow, and you're pulling back towards shore. After another few minutes, you can see the outline of shore. It looks like there's a massive cliff that launches up to the north with weird jagged peaks. And as you draw closer, you notice that those aren't peaks, those are towers. And the closer you get, the clearer it becomes. There is a large castle on top of the cliffs, and what looks to be a town made of stone buildings going all the way down to the shore. Before you know it, you're actually kind of weaving between these large stone pillars that probably once were piers or docks, as Captain Kate kind of somehow is navigating the boat through them. She finally comes to a stop next to a very rickety looking dock that extends towards a stone sort of boardwalk area, or a stone walk, I suppose. All right, this is where we leave you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
I'll be back here in 24 hours. If you are here, I'll pick you up. If you're not, I'll come back again the next day, but after that, I'm going to assume you're dead.
That's fair.
Winry will give her his light crossbow.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind.
Well, you need protection.
Oh, that is true. There were a lot of those goblins, but I think they'll think twice before messing with me again. She kind of awkwardly tucks it under her arm. It goes off.
there's a crossbow bolt sized hole like in her jacket or whatever.
All right, so do you get out onto the dock?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you get off the boat. It pulls away, and after about a minute, you can't see Captain Kate anymore.
Can we put the keg of wine that she offered us? Can we put that in Wendela's book wagon?
It won't fit.
Ah!
Additionally, no.
Winry would let you put it in his bag of holding if it would fit.
Let's fit in his
You
bag
could
of
probably
holding.
make it fit.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
you
a
can
cap,
put it in his,
not a full keg.
Oh, okay, it's a cap.
You can put it in his. You can definitely put it in his bag of holding. He'll let you. He did.
Cask of Amontillado.
He did pay for the thing.
Tap.
Yeah, that's
tap,
his
so.
own tap, so he should probably carry this.
Here, I'll put that in my
Fine
inventory.
cask of wine. All right. The section of dock you're currently on seems pretty stable, but the fog is sort of swirling around up ahead, and you notice that there's boards missing and rotted, and it might be kind of a crapshoot getting across to the stonewalk.
How far is it from here to the Stonewalk?
Maybe 50 feet.
Oh.
So wait, it's a wooden thing?
Yep, it's a wooden dock, but it's pretty rotted.
Are there specific spots that look real bad that maybe a mending spell would help so we can get through, or
Give me an
Too
investigation test. And just want to kind of get down, starts inspecting the wood.
26.
A 26? Ow.
Or,
You identify...
sorry, 22.
22? Okay, still good. You identify kind of what the rot looks like, and you're pretty sure you can spot which boards are the weakest. You're able to kind of pop a mending spell on them. It doesn't do much, but it will probably reinforce it enough for the team to get past. So slowly and surely, you make your way across the dock, pausing every few moments to let Wendela kind of do her magic. Only once does a board break under somebody's weight, and they're under Dicerius, let's be honest here. And Dicerius is actually just stepping off it when it does, so he's fine. After about 20 minutes of this kind of slow, laborious process, you make your way to the shoreline and enter the ruins of Gossamer. And that is where we're going to end it for tonight.
Hey.
So congratulations, you made it through the puzzle rooms. You arrived in New Gossamer, fought a wraith, had some weird dreams, got on a boat, fought some goblin pirates, and now you've arrived at an old creepy ruin that's haunted with ghosts.
Yeah, Wenry has a gun. I want you to really think about that. I really Wenry has a gun.
Yeah, no, hey. Let's get
Can you put enhancements on your bullets? Is that a thing an artificer can do?
I'm looking right now. Okay.
Theoretically, you could tinker with them to make them more effective, yes. Or make them out of better metals.
I will just say, too, cleric. This might be fun.
Shrink spell on a bullet and release it if you can after it gets fired.
You want me to reduce a bullet and then you want me to reduce a cannonball? And then load it into my gun, shoot it, and then let the spell go as it's leaving? That's something maybe I could do. I know I can definitely enhance it so I can make it a +1 to my attack and damage rolls.
Well, that might be useful since you don't have your proficiency bonus on it.
Yeah, but right now I'm holding the whatchamacallit, the sending stones and my armor right now.
There we go. All right. So as we wrap up here, next week we will be back to continue this episode in the ruins of Old Gossamer. Dev, I think you had an announcement you wanted to make?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I am coming to you today because I just started publishing my own original content on DriveThruRPG for 5th edition. So if you are interested, you can look up Lore Masters Archives of Wonders. Archives of Wonder, there's no S. Lore Masters Archives of Wonder. And currently I have Spriggans, a race that you can play. It's a tiny race, so you can be tiny. You should already be sold. And then a monster called the Hellflesia, which is a terrifying plant that wraps you up in a little seed pod and then tries to eat you after it digests you in the seed pod. And then the Trailblazer, a ranger archetype that is based on cowboys and makes True Strike useful. So if you're interested in any of those, check out Lore Masters Archives of Wonder.
That's cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I know I have actually downloaded the Spriggans and looking forward to incorporating them into my game. So thank you very much, Dev.
Yeah, you can play as a brownie, a sprite, or a pixie.
Which is pretty cool. All right. So I think that's everything. Did anybody else have any announcements they wanted to make?
Follow us on the socials.
Yes, please do follow us on the social. Also, special thanks again to Tyler Lee. You can find him Twitter at Writer R. Lee. And again, that was misguided content on the YouTube to follow along. He just posted a new video about Mortal Kombat, the original. So, yes, a little nostalgia. All right. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in and spending your Wednesday night with us. We very much appreciate it.
As you always do.
Yes, as you always do. And if you're watching this afterwards on YouTube, thank you for spending whatever the night or day or afternoon or several hours at work.
As you always do.
You always do.
Admit it, you do that.
Yeah. No, of course not. All right. Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful night. We will see you again. Bye.
Bye.